Welcome there, traveller. Please, take a seat, grab a drink, and enjoy the Sunday session.
Our brave heroes ventured towards the town of Vallaki, only to find its walls and gates firmly secured. With some suave talking and sneaking, the group as a whole managed to slip through. The troop, sans Wick, were asked to speak to Izek, who told them of the town besieged by monsters of all sorts, the festivities no longer placating Strahd. With the official meetings out of the way, they proceeded to the Blue Water Inn to rest, only to discover the owner, Erwin, knew Wick very well. Before settling down to rest, Ulrich made some holy water for the siege, Narlag made good on his promise for a sleeping tonic, Morden met up with Mordenkainen, and Wick had a meeting with an enigmatic hunter. How will our heroes protect the city? Who will be the first to discover Morden's secret meetings? Why the hell was Ulrich so damn quiet last time?
Actually, no, I feel like even if he was masturbating, it'd be loud.
Oh, God.
I imagine
Find out this week on Sunday Sessions.
Mitch threw you a chance to do a line and you made a choice.
Mistakes were made.
Okay, where was everyone situated when we finished up? Ulrich, I think, was making holy water.
Yeah, was making holy water, meeting with the hunter, meeting with Morden, making potions.
Yeah.
And then I think we went to bed.
Yeah.
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 So making holy water is so complicated, I didn't talk for an entire session.
I'm looking forward to hearing that one because it's going to be like this.
Yeah. Not entirely my fault.
Doppler effect.
I was watching a video the other
Yep.
day. It was explained. This is unrelated to the thing, but it's cool. It was talking about like Frank Sinatra was one of the first. Was from a period of time where like recording first started to become like the thing that it was today, and he considered himself a musician that used a microphone as his instrument. It was really interesting. Like he used to like move away from the microphone to like actually create effects, and it was part of his whole sort of kit. It was neat.
Rather than
This is
just
just-
moving away from the mic to breathe.
Yeah, well, he did that as well, but like he would like he figured out how to use, like before that people just like sang with a can somewhere positioned in front of them, whereas he had like a proper microphone and used to use it to effects and stuff. It was cool, kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
It's like the early people using turntables as an instrument rather than just a playing device.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
Peop-
where we get the
Humans
infamous
are
reference
creative creatures. So let's be that and be creative creatures and do a thing in a fantasy world.
And now we're just going to be complete robots for the rest of the session.
Bleep, bleep, bloop.
Bleep, bleep, bleep.
So,
How dare you say that about my mother?
Bleep.
Apology accepted, bitch.
bleep. I really missed timing the censorship on this. Okay.
That was bad.
Yeah, so you guys have all crashed for the night. Where do Wick? Because these guys have got the
So
inn.
why didn't you follow?
No. You said that I was set up in the basement
in
of
the basement.
the inn.
Yeah.
There was like a cot set up downstairs.
Yep.
Because the guy likes you.
We know each other.
Oh, and you probably didn't kill his entire family.
Didn't kill his entire family.
Yeah, that's
And
a good start.
He's still got worse sleeping quarters than you guys.
What does that say about Narlag?
Well, I imagine I'm not paying for the sleeping quarters that I've got, whereas you guys are paying for yours.
That's true.
Well, you're not paying with money anyway. Wink.
That's salacious at best.
Excuse me while I fill in some of your backstory for you.
I can't move past that.
What?
The bad joke he made, Trevor.
I get that a lot.
What were you guys planning to do? Were you planning to sleep for the night, or are you going to try and do anything at night in the town?
I think Wick's already done that as far as he was going to, so now he's
I think
back
we
in for
needed
the
some
night.
sleep.
Was it just a single day since I've last? Okay,
Yeah.
so I haven't had a full rest since that blood flume thing.
No, we haven't.
Okay, then I'll probably go for a long rest.
Maybe peel your armor off and sleep like an actual person.
Buff it out. Get rid of some of the blood.
It's like, Gross.
It's like a can opener down the side.
We've been cleaning his clothes on the road. Like, you and I both have prestidigitation, which can clean clothes, and we've just been casting on him when he's asleep.
I like that. I'm into that. Yeah, that's what's happening. Yeah.
He wakes up every morning and is like, I don't know why you guys need a bath or anything. I wake up every morning feeling fresh as a daisy.
It's like, I am a paladin. I do not get dirty or stinky or smelly. And they're like,
You don't have to cast the goddamn cantrips.
yeah, whatever.
At least it's only a cantrip.
Yeah, true. It's like, let him go to sleep first. Quickly cast your level 5 spell to clean him, and then go to sleep to recover the spell slot.
I mean, you would only have to cast it on one thing, just my armor. That's it.
Yeah, nah. No. There's a lot of you to go around, and everything needs cleaning. It's hygiene, my friend. Hygiene. Anyway,
Take your armor off. It turns out you've shed underneath.
it's got like
Well, that's what lightning is for.
So cast it every now and then. Oh my god.
it's just every now and then just like opens up the collar of your thing. There's like breeze sounding.
It's like the Axe body spray of actually having a shower. It doesn't help. It just makes it less bad.
Really, less bad. It's Axe.
It does more bad.
This place smells
This
like Coburn.
episode brought to you by Axe body spray. It fucking sucks.
You know it. You're still going to buy it. Now go back to Rockingham.
We can make that joke because people in Rockingham don't have the internet.
And even if they did, they've already got it for Pornhub.
Anyway,
I'm not wrong.
no. Okay. So morning breaks.
Do 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 do.
I thought we agreed on morning has broken. Why do we even have these chats before the game if you're not going to fucking stick to it?
I'm gonna put him on the spot. He's gonna flub and do green sleeve by mistake.
Ooh, ice cream truck.
Okay. So you're all in your respective rooms. What's your plan for the day? You guys have various tasks assigned to you already? Well,
Do we?
a hint of a task to assign to you?
What's actually? That's the thing. What's
Actually,
our
you got to
next
fill
goal?
Ulrich on
Yeah.
what they are.
Like we have what we went. Like the only thing we have left is to go and kill Strahd, isn't it?
Okay, so what happens is we all go downstairs and have breakfast, and this conversation happens at the breakfast table. Go.
Yeah.
So,
Just to fill you in, sorry. The premise right now is that Wick has been hired by the party as like a ringer sort of thing. I'm being paid. That's,
nice.
That's why I'm even with you guys.
Good job.
Yeah.
I think independently we have all come to the opinion that we're doing quite well with the getting of things, and now we're at the portion of the toppling of the evil government where we're going to need like help and
That's
knowing
probably, yeah.
people and establishing allies and so forth.
And
having a competent local might help that.
And it's also getting quite obvious that the current government is aware of shit.
Oh, because of the giant
Yeah,
face in the sky,
face
crying,
in the sky,
crying blood.
crying blood onto you, and this, you know, the incursions into the township as well.
All right. So scene.
So, first on the agenda for today, everyone, I think we should go see the chapel. Go talk to the what the fuck was his name? Father, whatever.
We're in the town with the evil burgomaster, aren't we?
It was Father Petrovic.
Listen, I don't know that he's strictly evil. He is a dick. But I don't know if evil is quite the right word, considering that our scale right now goes up to Strahd. He's evil. The Burgermeister's just kind of shit.
I just remember we started calling Strahd that guy on the hill.
Yeah, the guy on the hill. It's going to give it a little bit of a, you know who sort of thing about his name.
But since Wick had that conversation with, I can't remember, Rictavio, and Rictavio was like refusing to do that. Yeah, now Wick's refusing to do that too,
Feeling slightly bolstered.
or just wanted to be cool like Rictavio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or his actual name, Rudolph.
Refusing, you mean by refusing to say his name?
yeah.
Oh, no.
Everybody in the town has been saying that doesn't want to say the word Strahd.
For the longest time, they did refer to the devil. That's been something that's been going on. Now they don't even do that. They're basically just saying, the guy on the hill and sort of pointing towards where the castle is in the background.
And there's a poor guy who actually lives on a hill who's just like, oh, I don't have any friends.
No one comes to visit anymore.
No one
comes it's to such a long walk
comes
up
to
to go.
visit old Benjamin. I'm so lonely.
Is this because I'm a registered sex offender?
Yes, Benjamin.
The top
Yes,
of the
it
hill
is.
was the only place I was allowed to take up residence.
Everywhere else was in 200 feet of a school.
Surprisingly good schooling in Barovia.
This is a weird joke. I love it.
I love how much we flesh out these worlds.
That also doesn't explain why Narlag's villager was just that dumb.
There was nothing in that to suggest he was dumb. He was just Welsh. I think you came to the conclusion that he was dumb because he was a Welsh farmer. It says more about you, the person, than it does about you, the character.
All right, lads.
Yeah, take that away. Examine that one.
All right, lads.
The Welsh are stupid.
I think we're gonna need to get equipment and get sorted. I don't know if you've noticed this very fine crossbow that I've got for myself. I can take you to get prepared at like one of the fine craftsmen in the village here, and he might be able to set you up with something similar.
I have literally everything I need, or like on me at all times.
Especially now you got Captain Lightsaber. But
I bring it out and go, woo. I don't even get out the blade, I just go woo, woo with the hilt.
I mean, I wouldn't object to visiting someone who can assist us with this kind of thing.
He may have some solutions to innovative problems. Wait,
that also works.
I mean, yeah, you get it.
I've been looking to get a flap cut out on the back of the armor, like something I can poop out of. That might be useful.
I would have thought that would have already been made for you.
I'm pretty sure your armor is like an armored breastplate, and then you've got the the leather skirt thing, like the Roman.
I mean, he would just be treating it like a still suit.
I mean, there has to be a spot for your tail to get out, right?
According to my picture, yeah. But that's my headcanon, not necessarily yours. If you want to be in a tin can full of dragon shit, you do you, boo.
Have to prestidigitate.
As I said,
Constantly.
lightning. Occasionally just lightning.
We get to this point quite often, but anyway, I think Wick is trying to propose some sort of shopping excursion rather than.
Ooh, can we have a shopping montage? I don't know how that would actually work in D&D.
How about not even a montage? How about an actual whole thing?
Okay.
Do, 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 do.
I wonder if they have a deck of cards
No.
with only 5 cards left in it.
But Wick was proposing an option.
Yes, I was proposing like that as a thing to do, but like we're also figuring out what the fuck we're doing now. So let's do that.
Twilight leans across the table and takes the crossbow in his hand and turns it over and has a look. And
Nearly
says,
shoots himself on the head.
Someone in town made this?
Oh, certainly did. He's a fine craftsman. He is. Genius, one might say. So-
Interesting. This is actually of better quality than anything else I've seen made in this town.
Well, we can head there. I've got some business just outside of town at some point as well. But like the whole tribulations of getting past those guards, I was saving it till later. But like before we head out anywhere, I do need to stop. Just in a little shack just outside of the city walls before we head on to anything else. Aside from that, I mean, I'm good and ready to fight the forces of darkness. You know I am.
Because you're getting paid.
Because I'm getting paid and expenses.
Will you go and visit, what do we call him? George, up on the hill? Well, you said you needed to visit a guy.
It's something different.
It is something different.
It's outside of the
He's
town.
not going to go and visit Strahd. Weird
Knocks
flex.
on the door. Hello.
So,
Right, you out here.
Also, is
You
this
and
where
me.
we find out
we're going
your,
round and round.
this secret weapons maker is actually going to be the toy maker or something? I mean, is that okay.
Is he the toy maker?
What,
I mean, you
does-
could have waited 45 seconds and like actually let the thing play out. But okay, I guess we're here. 45 seconds later.
But for real though, we do need to figure out what the fuck we are as a party doing next.
I mean, like, they're not mutually exclusive tasks. We can go visit.
I will prey on it.
I'm literally fine with it's 45 seconds later and we're out the front of
Okay.
the Toymaker's place.
Yeah.
Good old Blinsky.
It's one of those scenes where it goes, oh, and this is a guy, and then it cuts forward, and even though they must have actually walked there, they must have walked in silence, and then they say, and this is the person. And
we're just-
as you get there.
Like, just glaring at the store sign. Just like,
Look back and
Why
forth
am
between
I
us.
here?
Like,
I've always liked this guy.
This is who made your crossbow. This is a toy.
Oh, we
maker.
get to play with
And
the
I'll
monkey
like,
again.
I'll like spin it around, and there's like a little like maker's mark on the base of the stock saying yes, that
Which is literally like, so it's like a nice calligraphy B with a jester's cap on top of it.
I'm just happy
That
I
is
get to play with the
adorable.
monkey.
And
I
it's
love
just-
that.
That's
That's
like the
very
little gilded, like the little yeah.
We almost
symbol
killed
sort of-
this guy.
Why would you kill Blinsky?
They thought he was evil.
he's a horrifying clown.
Well, I mean, all clowns are horrifying, but he's a nice guy. What did he do?
Nothing.
He's a horrifying clown. He
Literally
doesn't need to do
nothing.
anything else. He's a horrifying clown.
I mean, why would you put your efforts into that when there's like literal werewolves and vampires here?
Because no one is that terrifying looking with a monkey companion.
Have you met a werewolf or a vampire? They're fairly terrifying looking.
Yes, we have. We've killed them.
All right. Well, I mean, let's maybe focus our energies on that instead of harassing, genius like inventors and clowns. They're just clowns.
I get to play
No
with the
one,
monkey again.
no one is that horrifying without having made some kind of pact with a horrifying creature.
I'm pretty sure he's not made any pacts. Just on the scale of 1 to pact, I'm pretty sure he's not making pacts.
He's not
Look,
a
I'm going to go
superpower.
in.
I mean, like, also going...
What's the monkey's name
Like he
again?
walks in and like we huddle between us. Like, okay, I don't like admitting when I'm
Piccolo,
wrong.
that's right.
But-
I walk in and just say, Piccolo!
We may have got the wrong end on this one. It is entirely possible for like an old man to just make dolls and have a monkey. You know what? It sounds fucking horrifying while I'm saying it out loud. He does sound irretrievably evil, but
Yeah, like-
to our knowledge, he didn't actually do anything. And by and large, when we've encountered anyone vaguely evil, they become real evil pretty much immediately to our faces. And so far, he's managed to keep the horrifying, if it exists, really well bedded down. So maybe
like,
take another swing at it.
I'm not saying we shouldn't take any swing at it. I'm just saying, like, this man is horrifying on every level.
Yeah, look, I'm definitely with you on that.
Well, let's go in. Like, it's not like he can beat all four of us.
How horrifying is he? Oh, he's a sweet guy with a beard.
He's fucking horrifying.
He
even
lives
wearing
next
clown
to
makeup.
old George on the hill for the exact same reasons.
Like,
He is outside of like
He hasn't
work.
been convicted yet, but once he is, he's moving up to the hill.
Yeah.
We've really demonized this guy real fast.
He's
I'm already in the shop playing with the monkey.
Okay, so yeah, you've entered in, and Wix, I think, sort of slid in behind.
For those who are listening, Blinsky is, like, really innocent and just, like, lovely. I just love ripping on him.
I didn't
just-
realize.
he's
It's
just
and I
a-
just read the description part. Piccolo's wearing a small little pink tutu.
Oh my god.
It's adorable.
he's just a fat guy with a goatee. Come on, guys. I mean, I get it, but come on.
So you're saying I shouldn't start wearing a jester's cap?
You don't have a goatee.
I could.
Don't though. There'll be reactions. I can guarantee it.
And yeah, I'm pretty sure I just get stabbed at home.
So we'll get the monkey first. The monkey sounds like the harder thing to get. Get the monkey. Then if you get the monkey, get the goatee.
First you get the monkey.
First you get the monkey. then you get the
goat-
women.
Then you get the goatee.
And then you get stabbed.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you run in. You Ulrich run in and basically like arms up in the air, like signaling for Piccolo, and Blinsky sort of turns and starts off with his.
completely ignoring Blinsky. I'm
He
just
turns
paying
around and
attention
sort
to
of
the
starts
monkey.
his normal sort of little spiel of welcome friends to the House of Blinsky. Oh, it's you.
I'm ignoring him and playing with the monkey.
And yeah, Piccolo has just done like a jump from Blinsky's shoulder, like leaping from a couple of little shelves, and then sort of leapt over to you, and just starts like picking at the edges of your armor and looking for like any sort of odd insects or anything like that that'll be
there's
crawling out.
probably-
Just
There's probably hundreds.
Eat some dragon scales.
Yeah.
And at one point, it sort of like loops its tail around one of the armor gauntlet pieces, and just sort of swings upside down off your arm. It's having the greatest of time.
So am I. I'm like a little child, just like, yee.
Meanwhile, I think Wayu and Narlag are still standing outside discussing the merits of how evil a clown could possibly be. Wick,
A clown with a monkey from just a weird monkey in a tutu.
Wick's going to go up to Blinsky and just be like, Blinsky.
so Blinsky sort of like was focusing on Ulrich and just, stopped his little spiel short and was sort of distracted. Didn't notice you sort of slip in. You've come around sort of the side of one of the shelves down the side of the shop, and then popped around and he's like, "Oh, young Wick,
It's good to see you.
I wasn't expecting you back so soon."
Well, I've got myself a new sort of gig. I'm in the employ of these brave adventurers, and I was hoping that we might be able to find some cunning.
Hold that thought. Big fella, are your companions with you? Are they standing outside?
Probably. I don't know. Where are we?
If they're not there, quick, just lock the door, pull the shutters.
I go to lock the door.
I mean, presumably this is about the time we start to come in.
Yeah, it's about the time we start
You
to...
see Ulrich going up in front, just like looking at you guys, is like pulling the pulling the little blind down slowly. You're like, hey,
So that... Dude.
but yeah, you sort of pile in before Ulrich follows the direct commands. He's like, here to burn my shopper down again? I don't know why.
Did we do that last time?
You threatened to.
Wait, what
yeah.
do you mean again?
You threatened to last time.
Yes, but so was Izak, and we stopped that.
Well, like,
He was making some very strange dolls of
he's a toy maker. He makes dolls.
yes. We're well aware of this.
Young Wick, you in with this lot now?
Well, this is a new situation. Yeah.
He's currently under our employ.
So you'd be needing some sort of fire starters then? Some sort of, some flint and steel, some tinder boxes, because that seems to be the lot for these guys.
I can assure you.
Oh, that was a good bit. I didn't get that right away. That was good.
I can assure you, we don't need that to start a fire.
Oh,
Just prestidigitate fire in the fingers.
Okay, all right.
I like
all
this
right,
guy.
All right. Look, we did get off on the wrong foot somewhat. I will say that we had the best intentions of trying to resolve a quite strange and difficult situation as best as we can, and I believe that you would yourself even have to say that outside of maybe some not so idle threats, things did come to a satisfying conclusion for everyone.
Well, good to hear that. Hang on. Where's your other
He
companion?
died.
He's dead. He is well.
I got halfway through that.
You went, hang on, where's? I'm like, hey, he's dead.
He's dead.
He's a vampire now.
Oh God.
Yeah, they're not.
He
lying.
is dead,
Whoa,
and apparently
whoa,
because
whoa,
we're
whoa,
still
whoa,
telling
whoa.
everyone
Whoa,
everything.
Whoa! You had you had someone with you that died and turned into a vampire. When were you going to mention the vampire nest. That's a huge deal.
Did we not mention that?
I don't believe so.
I mean, it wasn't.
I just
really,
assumed you knew.
It didn't really feel like it was necessary to tell you about this.
Right. So you've had somebody traveling with you who has defected to the other side, and that wasn't information that you felt the need to mention.
Yeah, he did defect to the other side. He started dressing up in women's clothing, and it was a bit odd.
How right wing is Ulrich?
He's an army man, and he's a religious conservative. So
Yeah.
pretty.
And he's incredibly racist. Although he's equally racist to everybody.
So yeah, you were right the first time. Incredibly
so
racist.
he's a one-nation politician.
yeah.
Okay.
This immediately painted a picture that was already there, and I just hadn't seen for some reason. Yeah, okay. All right.
I mean, we already sort of established this. We've got like the right wing conservative. We've got the libertarian businessman. We've got the Ivy League academic.
And now we've got the college dropout.
I think he's more a student activist.
That's probably more
College
accurate.
dropout.
This is literally what he said. Yeah.
There's an echo in the room. Weird. Would that Would your companion defecting, so as you say, be anything to do with the calamitous situations we're finding ourselves in the last couple of days?
I believe that was a couple of days, or at least a day after.
situation.
Oh, to fill you in,
The city under siege.
yeah, the city's sort of like getting
but
attacked.
I didn't realize the city was attacked. I thought it was just because you said it was just because of the blood rain.
You guys copped the whole blood rain coming down the mountain. For what you can sort of equate to about a day before that, the town has been attacked at points. There's been sort of an excessive amount of lightning strikes around through the town as well, including, I think, the bakery burnt down.
Yeah, the bakery got struck like 12 times.
It wasn't me.
Nope.
I think you guys, like, on the down low, sort of figured that the timing lines up to about the time when you guys smashed up the sarcophaguses. But like that was guessing.
I think individually we're all of the assumption that something that we've done has kicked this off.
I've
like
been
no
under that
one's
assumption the entire game.
We're not 100% certain.
no one's real sure on like exactly what it was, but like independently, we all sort of feel.
And part of the thing that Izek wants you guys to do is work out what the fuck is going on and why shit's gotten so pear-shaped. I don't think he's put together two and two because I don't think he realizes you guys went off somewhere and kicked a hornet's nest, so to speak. He's the part of the job he's put tasked you guys is find out what the fuck's going on and why this town's under attack randomly. Because
Is it just this town, or has no one checked other towns?
it's only been a day, you don't know.
Okay.
Kretska's always been sort of relatively safe. It's sort of out
Probably a good thing I wasn't in the game, because I would have just set out, straight out. Oh, it was probably us.
Yeah.
I like to imagine you were doing the meme with all the equations floating around your head. When they're trying to figure it out, you're just like deep in thought for like a day. Going, wait a minute, that was us.
guys, I think it was us.
Anyway, so your friend defecting, you think that's got anything to do with this?
Well, it was either that or us destroying an entire evil temple, or us destroying the things that gave Strahd his power, or us pissing off Strahd, or us doing that big.
So I'm
blood
going to
fluid
retcon
thing.
that at about 6 weeks ago, I got silence as a spell. We're all cool with that.
Yes.
Because that's happening now.
This is happening, and I'm also going to say it's been happening the entire time.
It's always like,
Yep. Like you don't know you've had your mic pulled and you've just been like.
Well, I would probably continue talking as well. I would just be like,
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So the long and short of it is that we think we might have something to do with it, but we don't know exactly what caused it.
Or me getting this big sword thing. I was like,
half a second before that happened, why you guys actually wandered over to the windows and pulled the blinds. And Blinsky, is there perhaps a back room that we can speak more openly in private?
Back room, no. But if you guys can just sort of like turn around for a second. It's like,
Now
Literally, no one turns around.
Now I'm imagining Cone of Silence from Get Smart, like it just goes around us, and none of us can hear each other, and we're just yelling.
I love that scene. It was one of the best ones in that movie. So yeah, none of you guys sort of turn around.
Turn to look at Wick and like.
Wick shrugs. He's also really not sure of you guys right now.
I mean,
sort of going to Blinsky like, I didn't know about the things with the with the vampire and the sarcophaguses. I didn't know about any of that.
Narlag does turn around, but like Dave is peeking through one of the shelves of the thing.
Because Dave's there. Because of course he is.
You do know about Dave, doesn't he? Yeah.
We haven't really had that out yet.
Okay.
Like he's already a hobgoblin, so you're already a monster. So you know what.
So
Friend of monster.
Yeah.
they're the ones you really can't trust. Which is kind of accurate considering your situation. Anyway,
Right now, you're like accusing the person dressed as a clown being evil, while you're a hobgoblin with a beholder. So, like, hold the fuck up.
Having done all of these things that have probably caused like a near apocalypse in this place.
He was already a monster, or at least some sort of sex fetish in my head, and then we found out he dresses his monkey up in little girls' clothes.
just a pink, a little pink tutu.
Just
top.
a little bit.
No, you're judging.
Say that
there.
again out loud, I dare you.
You're judging there. The monkey could be doing it himself. You don't know what
just
the monkey
the skirt,
likes.
no top. Okay. All right, he's fine. No worries.
Yeah.
Blinsky sort of like stops and sort of waits for you guys as like to turn around. Like,
Yeah, right. I turn around.
Yeah.
and Nalek already said he did turn around, but David's peeking around.
Start casting fireball, but hold it.
You roll a sleight of hand for Dave.
Well, it'd be sleight of eye.
His eyes are his hands.
That's a 12 plus what stat would that be? Dexterity?
Yeah.
Dave's dexterity.
He's got
is
new
plus
life.
3. So,
Yeah,
I'm going to say it's a 15.
Turn around too.
Okay, he
He walks up behind us all and stabs us.
TPK, you fucking idiots.
Gives us the strike.
End of the day, you trusted the fucking clown character who was.
You just spent half a year talking about what a fucking creep this guy was, and then you turned your back. What the hell?
The one goddamn time. And guess what? He didn't kill you. He just put a knife right at the base of your spine so your legs don't work anymore.
Jesus. And then he gets out 4 tutus.
Weirdly, all in our exact sizes.
Even Wix was a weird. That was a weird one to have ready to go.
There's even one with a hole for a tail. How weird is that?
and apparently a hatch to poop out of. Weird. Anyway.
God.
Okay, he goes up to this like a grandfather clock that's on the far wall. Like opens up the glass casing at the
He
front.
set it to the time of his parents' murder.
Is this a Batman thing?
It's a Batman thing.
Oh god damn it! There's actually not. There's sheerly accidental. I didn't realize that was. No, it's not the parents at the time of his parents' murder.
Okay. It's not a clock at all. He goes over to a bus.
A bus, yeah.
and he flips the head back.
There's a little red button underneath it.
Shit. Goddamn Batman.
He goes and plays a piano.
And it's a specific tune that you try and remember, which is making you turn around seems like a pointless exercise now.
Yeah. And then he asks if we've ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight.
Okay, so yeah, he goes up to the grandfather clock and opens up the glass. Does go for the. God damn it! Now it's just a bit. That was being all clever.
You didn't know that he stole that from something.
I think it's pretty tropey at this point.
Also, Batman, get some therapy, Jesus.
I like to imagine that like half of his training montage of like going from 8 years old to however fucking old he is actually Batman is a lot of therapy. He
No,
just completely
otherwise you
fucking ignores it.
Oh, somehow placates a therapist that he's paying thousands of dollars to.
This isn't going to be funny because it's too late after the thing, but I got a little movie in my head of like Batman doing that on the clock, and whatever, someone else is next to him is like, is that the time of your parents' death? And it's like 4:20. He's like, yeah. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's it. Yep, it was a real early opera session.
It was a matinee.
But yeah, it sets this time on the clock, and then just sort of hits the pendulum, so it starts ticking side to side, and you hear sort of the ticking going, because you can see this through Dave's perception. Everyone else has got their backs to him. You just hear this sort of ticking, and then the ticking sort of like.
Can I tell what the time is on it?
Roll perception for Dave.
Nope.
No.
Dang it.
He's sort of like, okay.
His pass is 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's actually 4:20 and Dave's high right now.
But yeah, the sound of that the ticking of the pendulum, you start hearing sort of like reverberations of that same sort of ticking sound, and then the sounds of like mechanical gears and everything firing up within sort of the wall, and then
we just hear a fuse start.
it's time to die. But then off to your right hand side with your back turn, one of the shelves just starts like dropping down into the floor slowly, and then as it drops down, like it drops down into the floor, and you can sort of see like a set of stairs just starts like clock working its way in. It's a very, very Game of Thrones intro-esque. This shelf drops right down into the floor beyond the base of the floor, and like these steps just start clicking in from the sides.
Fucking cool.
This guy just became like cool, like really, really cool.
Yeah.
He never wasn't cool. He's a fucking He's a
No,
Ryan.
I'm saying
He
for the
just-
people,
we
the
just
people of our
balled it up
party
this entire
who
time.
hate
Ryan,
him.
he's a clown.
It's all a clever deception.
the hatred of him is on you.
He's a clown.
If I could
Fucking
point something
clown
out
shoes,
right
man.
now, the villain of this piece is, let's say, some form of bat type man, and
Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! We've been doing this for like 6 months at this point. Jesus.
who lives in a castle, like not by himself, but like with a lot of money, and
I can only
has a
imagine
lot of
his parents
psychological.
aren't
He has a lot of
alive.
psychological issues, and
I am just completely reworking the castle encounter in my head 100% now. It's going to be grand. Thank you guys for this gift. Thank you so much.
He has a.
Wow.
I'm guessing he
I
has
just
a butler. He's got to have a butler.
I just realized, in the previous party, we set his carriage on fire. We destroyed the Batmobile.
Yeah.
also I'm picturing this going badly, and then Strahd having a trophy in his basement of the wizard that had polymorphed himself into a T-Rex. I'm not sure where we're going to get a giant penny, though.
God, yeah, we're gonna find a giant penny.
Oh, this has been great.
But yeah, he has his own cave as well, probably. Like his own, like.
Wow. Okay.
So
I
we're
go
not really
down
sure
the
of character
stairs.
motivations.
I go down those stairs.
Okay, yeah. So Blinsky heads down first, and just part way down, he sort of hits a button on the side of the wall of the stairs going down, and these little sort of like light globes down the stairs, just like in sequence down, just like, and then the little too much CC and chocolate all in one. You probably can't contain the awesome.
Damn, are you actually okay?
Now, my joking is subsiding to actual concern.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm good. It just went down the wrong way.
Is there a right way for a CC and chocolate to go down?
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yep. Sorry. Keep going.
You good? Yep. Sure you don't...
Yeah, I'm
I'm not doing a bit. If you want to,
No, I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. These light globes, light orbs is lighting up down the stairwell, and then cramp.
No, shoulders.
And did you hurt them jumping over the fence?
No, they're just fucked anyway.
Fair enough.
I need surgery.
Down the bottom of because you're following just behind Blinsky. So,
Yeah.
You sort of seeing this happen, and the lights sort of light up down and then turn to the left down the stairwell as it turns, and then all of a sudden you see this like this area downstairs that's sort of like beginning to glow, like the lights downstairs have turned on. What?
This is cool.
And you sort of following down. You get down to the stair landing, turn left, and you can just sort of see this sort of large open space that's been built into a basement area of the shop, and there's a bunch of like large light settings through the roof, just like illuminating the actual floor of it, and then around the walls there are weapon racks, armor racks, and everything. Each of them with like a little light at the bottom, firing up at like all these things. You've been down here before because this is where you received your crossbow, but it's always impressive to see because there's setups of there's other crossbows and bits and pieces like with a similar sort of setup as yours. There are a whole array of what modified versions of your standard weaponry. All of them have got like a lot of clockwork going on. There's a lot of like intricate mechanics.
Is there any dragon glass?
Ulrich's tail is pretty rigid right now.
Gross.
Yeah, so you go into this space and there's just there's a large sort of table that's clear in the middle of the room, and then all the way around there's this lit up armory.
Like Wick's running, like sort of going from like case to case, seeing if there's anything new and like admiring like the.
Pressing his nose up against the glass.
You guys notice a faint.
It's just like I don't know, his voice. He's got this. His mouth's like lips are sort of like sealed, like
just staring at all the weapons in the armor.
This is probably the most boring spot for you in the world.
Yeah, I really couldn't give a shit, but like one arm around Belinsky's shoulder, well. Quite the craftsman, aren't we? This is all your work, I take it. You don't seem like the weapons dealer type so much as the weapons craftsman.
He's the artisanal crafter.
That would be one way of describing, yes. This is my work. Unfortunately, it's not as up to the level of my mentor, but his work's been lost to time.
Okay, tell us more, mentor.
Like dialogue options. So who is your mentor?
But you fuck up and click the one at the bottom. Well, that's enough. Thank you very much. Shit.
Shepard. Rex. Shepard. Rex.
This has been my favorite shop in the Citadel.
That was so fun, just like doing that to all of the shops and just going, yeah, give me money. Give me money. Come on, you bitch. Give me money.
Are you asking about the mentor?
Yeah.
Have you heard of Fritz von Verg?
Are we all going to roll a d20 for that one?
I'm not even going to bother.
No.
There's no way in hell I would like. Actually, no. Let's see.
Kaboom.
That's 18 plus like a whole bunch.
16 minus whatever I minus, which is probably 1 or 2. So
That is 27 for our learned
Jesus
friend.
Fucking Christ, man.
You have
just be
heard of him
like, oh,
because
yeah, that
his
guy.
works have made it across the.
Fucking planar system.
Yeah.
God damn.
Like-
Dude can make a crossbow.
He is well known for doing
Those little spoons, those little collectible spoons.
This is like, welcome to Barovia.
It's a self-steering.
It's a city on the rise.
I love that. I love that. And that was really well delivered as well. That was beautiful. Thank you.
Barovia, a city on the grow.
A city out of time. Oh, they got a little bit more like game show host then. Okay. You know of him from. He's particularly well known for clockwork automatons and the like. He's done a lot of things with small trinkety bits and pieces, but very very fine clockwork things that do very good simulacrums of life. Like it is exquisite.
Oh, damn, yes.
But he's been missing for quite some time. And
Mordekainen, wasn't he?
Sorry?
Like, he had an alias of Mordekainen?
Everyone's just Mordekainen.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
the new game. Everyone is Mordekainen. It's basically just
Him at different stages of time.
being John
4
Malkovich
Morton
in a
Cannons and Estrade.
Damn.
But yeah, so you've definitely heard of his stuff.
Nah, man.
Oh, sorry, I saw a 20 on that. I didn't realize it was a good. That was the dice you rolled.
I rolled a 6.
Okay, so yeah, you're like,
I got to 15, but
I got 12.
yeah.
Maybe heard.
Guy
it once
sounds
in
cool, I
passing.
guess. Blinsky likes him.
Yeah.
And look at all the stuff Blinsky's made, and he reckons this stuff is crap by comparison. So,
I'm going to go with it and go, ooh, that guy.
Cool. So this thing that is happening right now with Ryan telling us about this, imagine that this is happening, but coming out of YU, but in a really like snide and patronizing voice.
So just
Yep.
why is regular
So why
voice?
is regular? Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
yes. Okay. All right, when you fucking put it like that. Yeah.
Dr. Flibble's back again.
That was so fucking fun.
Looking around, what's the volume of like weapons here? Like how many
And
generally?
I'm assuming no magical weapons? Okay, wrong time to go to chocolate. Yeah.
we have
come on.
questions.
Yeah, come on.
I can
hurry up.
answer all these questions immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan. Ryan.
Also, give me all of your theories about who is finally going to sit on the Iron Throne.
Also, did you want a CC chocolate? They're actually not that bad.
I went and saw a comedy show, Daniel Sloss, last night. And he was telling about how he taught his goddaughter
You fill that with water?
that this means I love you to Horsey. And his goddaughter's like 2 years old. So just like every time she sees a horse, she's just like giving them the finger.
Oh, that's delicious.
I know. And he's just like,
Probably
I
not
know-
something you want to train for like police horses or anything like that.
I mean, like the kid's 2 years old. Police
Still.
officer's probably just gonna go, whatever.
This isn't America.
It's like that's all right, kid. We'll see you in 6 years when you're in juvie.
I mean, you're not wrong, but still.
Well, if you're training a 2-year-old to pull a finger at horses, and then in this situation we're doing police horses.
That's fine. It means peace amongst worlds.
Cheers.
Yeah, wait. So, yeah, the guy.
What was Wick's question? Sorry, there was.
Like, how many weapons are down here? Like, how much has he got ready to go?
Basically, think of any weapon type, like martial weapon type or finesse weapons. There is a selection of each. And
So
some
he
of
could
them
probably arm the entire town.
That's what I'm really getting at. Like, is there enough here to like arm like at a complement of villages sort of
there
thing?
would be
or
enough
is
here
it-
to arm a squadron.
Okay.
How much is in a squadron? For the those of us who don't know military terminologies.
It's 4 units, man. Keep up.
How many is in a unit?
It's a section unit squadron, if I remember right.
Yep. So
And how many are in each of
About
those?
about half a dozen to 10 in a section. It's usually about 2 dozen to 30 in a unit.
So its squadron would be it's like
A,
a few.
s-
And
a
then
squadron
a
would be
unit-
like
A
120.
unit consists of 3 cohorts. And then
And they're all,
I know you're not joking.
And that is- and that
if
is
you
one
line
and a
them all up
half
in
whoop-de-doos.
if you line them all up in one single line, you can measure them as a chain.
Yeah.
And that
It's
is where
3
we get
hogsheads to a fathom. God, what are you, 22? I can learn Imperial, dude. How are you
What
supposed
is
to?
this?
How do you buy weed?
Apparently by the hogshead.
Go a hogshead right now.
I don't know.
I
Is
could
that a lot?
smash a hogshead of weed.
Holy shit. Oh, that was a bit, wasn't it? I wasn't expecting to. But yeah, you could arm a small militia. There we go.
Cool.
Because that is an indistinct amount of people. But yeah, there are crossbows. There are
3 or 4 of me, or Ulrich.
Sure. There are there's bows that are set up, but they're set up with sections of pulley systems. They're basically what we know in our world as compound bows.
Neat.
But they are quite a foreign concept to this sort of setting. Usually your best bow is a long bow because it's long and that's got a lot of tension in it. This one here looks like a short bow, but it looks intense. There's
I might look at a bow, actually.
what are you going to do with a bow?
There's been the occasion when I've needed to fight things.
Every
at
now
long
and then I've looked at
distance.
this and I don't want to throw my sword at this thing. I'm going to find something else to throw at it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Don't you have javelins?
Yeah, but they don't do huge amounts of damage, and
But they go off your strength stat rather than your dex stat.
yeah, but don't. I thought compound bows went off your strength.
Nah.
Nope.
Oh wait, I'm thinking third ed again, aren't I?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, well,
There's
don't
no
worry
such
about
thing
me.
as a compound bow in this.
Oh, okay, fair enough then.
Yeah, longbow is basically the best bow.
Because in my head I was like, oh, if I got something with really high strength bow, then but then that's useless if that doesn't happen anymore.
One thing does sort of strike your.
Although if he does have any spears,
One thing does sort of strike your grab your attention. There is a long sort of halberd looking setup, but all the way around the head of it it's all sort of like gears and large sort of mechanical pieces. And he's Blinsky sort of looking at you, and you're sort of like looking at this thing like quizzingly, and he's like, "That one there, grab hold." And you grab it. It looks like a hefty sort of halberd, so like the axe head on the end of a long stick. So it's similar to your glaive you've got going on. It's like, now just hit that button on the hilt there.
what, this button?
Yep. And you hear the sort of like a nice little sort of click, and the whole blade section just like sort of pivots on a point and just like flicks around, and it becomes like a long sort of spear point where it's basically it's transformed from a halberd to a spear, going from piercing from
So instead of
Slashing.
so you can go yeah, and then they've dodged away, so you click the button, flips back, and you just thrust it forward rather than having to make another slash. That's pretty fucking cool.
also spears and halberds that sort of have a little few different sort of properties to them as well. This one is essentially both of those in one weapon.
I'm interested. You've piqued my attention.
Anything else?
Narlag's looking for some kind of pimp cane if it's there, or a dagger.
Probably more likely to find daggers. Like Blinsky's got style, but that's
Not
a little
as
bit.
much style
That's
as
a
Narlag.
pimp cane's a little bit gauche for him, really.
Although the monkey has one.
A bit gauche for the guy that dresses as a clown, has a pink tutu for his monkey, and
Yeah, so what does that tell you?
I'm waiting for him to have an assistant that calls him Mr. B. She used to be a nurse.
Anything else?
Quinn was a full-on
So you're looking
doctor.
for daggers and bits and pieces of it?
Sorry?
Harley Quinn was a full-on doctor.
Yes, she
Yeah.
was. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, she used to be a doctor.
She wrote a fucking
Yeah, I know,
full-on
yeah.
thesis on the Joker and got her PhD on it.
Wick or Why what? Anything else? Anything you guys are looking for? This is
No,
Yeah.
why are you talking to Blinsky? We're having a good chat about what it is that he is doing with all these fine weapons.
Also, is there anything other than just weapons?
there are some gadgets, bits and pieces like that. It's not just weaponry, and yeah,
Let's have a look at them.
that would be something a little more of your.
What about armor? Like any plate mail that I could press a button and it transforms into something else? I don't know.
Transforms into
You're not going to turn into
transforms into a bidet. I don't know.
That might be useful.
You're not going to turn into the fucking Megazord.
like a suit of plate armor that folds up into a briefcase. And you can like,
How you doing, Tony Stark?
yeah. That's cool.
There's a selection of you've got a couple like racks of the little bits and pieces of like clockwork spheres. There's another one that's sort of they set up like a little sort of insectoid like automaton sort of setup.
Blitzky, what are all of these? What do they do?
Oh, what you chasing? What sort of thing you're after? I've got bits for looking, bits for area denial. I've got explosives.
I mean, there's a bit too many options for me to decide. I'd like to know what all of them do. Please tell me in very fine and specific detail.
Explosives, you say?
While we sit here and you boringly list things in a monotone for 20 minutes because, my God, is that entertaining. Charlie Brown's teacher. So basically, this is an opportunity for people to like buy shit that use weapons, right? Okay, you idiots, get your shit together and do that. Time's moving.
There's a bit too much choice, and I can't like.
This is why I said shopping montage.
Yeah, he's basically like, think of something that you may require, and I'll see if I've got something that will suit.
A Strahd killing device.
I already have a thing. I've got my thing.
Oh wait, I've got that.
Someone else do that thing.
For what it's worth, the crossbow that I've already got from Blinsky is probably like, I've already done this with him
Yeah,
once already.
I would hope that you've already gotten the best like weapon you can from him.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not sure what the relationship is beyond that, but yeah, like I imagine I've already like kitted out in the obvious way that he would provide, but I'm just like thinking like, is there anything that he's got that like for? I mean, it's not magic. It's not magic-y type stuff, so it wouldn't be like a night vision goggles sort of thing, but like maybe like flare crossbow bolts or something like that.
I am very interested in explosives.
Night vision goggles?
Oh, because you're human.
Because I am human.
John Human.
I don't think any of us, other than you're the only one with actual night vision. I think. Yeah.
Because human, Dagron, thing.
Yeah, we're one of the few parties that didn't fucking
The
min-max
thing.
the shit out of like, oh no, everyone's
Yeah,
got dark
actually.
vision.
I mean, I can make it light for about half a second with lightning, but I can only do that once a day.
Doesn't your
So
sword
that's-
shed
Your
light?
sword
Well, I
actually
mean,
creates
yeah,
light
I
as
guess
well.
there's the sword. Yeah, good point. I forgot about that sword.
I mean,
I don't know
like,
how I could actually forget about the sword. It's given it's all I think about, but yeah.
Nalai would probably want something that, like, either can help him identify shit or, like, maybe something to help him sneak.
Okay.
Skateboard.
Ooh.
Jetpack.
You put something
No,
on
no,
a
no, no,
skateboard
no,
and
no.
it's
I've
a
already
cool-
chosen for him.
It's
It's a
a-
cool trick.
No, wheels.
It's a skateboard.
Wheels in the shoes. So, like, roller
Heelys.
skates.
You're describing
Yeah.
Heelys right now? Get the fuck out of my house.
This
It's
isn't
a
in your
skateboard.
house.
It's a skateboard, and
For a
it,
guy
only,
who is an appreciator of shoes, Heelys are the abomination of...
it is actually just jealousy. I see kids whipping around their fucking shops and Heelys, and I'm like, fuck you, you little shit. Give me your shoes. They don't make those in adult sizes.
Are you
Wait, they
sure they don't
Yeah,
make them in adult
I've tried.
sizes?
Oh,
Yeah.
beans.
You can't,
If
like...
there was a place online that sold those particular kind of shoes, Trevor would have found it by now. He knows the shoes.
Yeah.
Places.
So what you're saying is you need to get surgery to reduce the size of your feet.
Foot binding.
Let's do that.
Or holes. Like, you just need...
Oh, well, we got here real quick, huh? Okay. Reviving a disgusting ancient Japanese misogynistic art, and
You're,
alright, cool.
you're,
Oh,
you're
it
saying
wasn't
like
just
you are
Japanese.
subscribed to 3 Reddits that cover that already.
And, well, let's face the only other downside is, like, the rest of your shoe collection is not going to fit anymore.
You know what? Thinking this through, like the kids' versions of sneakers are actually a lot cheaper, so I'm not hating this. I'm not hating this. And I would be
okay.
more attractive to Japanese.
You got a
women.
hammer? And some bandaging?
Oh, we're talking.
Price is
We're not in
charging up.
game right now. Cool. Yeah, sure. I thought you were trying to get us back on track, and that was Blinsky, and I'm like, I can check my burglar still.
But, actually getting back into character. Explosives wise, I think I could do something like grenades. Essentially.
Like grenades or actually grenades?
Light grenades? Because light grenades would be pretty fucking useful.
That would be kind of getting in the territory of
magic
stuff.
Were you not going to upgrade your crossbow and add things?
Is there? I'm imagining I just got this from him. So
Is it like just then, or like you got it like 5 months ago?
Got it for a while. I thought that was like the way you were going with that, like what I was going to do with the harper pin when I finally fucking get around to asking for that thing.
He goes up to this this case and sort of cracks the top of it. It's just like this nice sort of ornate box. He's got inside is like velvet lined. It's got like 6 of these like iron orbs like lined up in 2 rows of 3. Each of them at the top has got this little brass like switch connected to a small little clockwork mechanism. And he's like, these here, pretty simple operation. Click this little button across, and then get it the fuck away from you as quickly as possible.
Please tell me he's not giving me these.
He's got it in his hand.
Because if he shows it, I will probably just do it involuntarily. So it's best that he doesn't give it to me.
Like while he's handing it over, why you just like steps and I'm just gonna.
I'm like looking at it, wanting to press the button.
Yeah, we don't give the paladin anything he can touch.
Kind of like that, but with brass instead.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the old Pokeball design.
Yeah.
Is that what you went with? I went with Holy Hand Grenade.
I mean,
kind of a higher, like a face swap version of that.
And if I got some time, I probably would put holy symbols on them.
But it's like this one here. It's just click that, and you've got a shorter amount of time to get this thing away from you. So throw it quick in the direction of the thing you want to explode. Preferably then try and get behind something, because this is going to be sending shards of iron in all directions. Do you want to go? Do you want to try?
I kind of look at you guys and go, can I?
No.
Is anyone going to stop this?
I'm assuming at this point, because goddamn, this is the coolest fucking thing ever. He's got like a firing range built into this whole place.
I love how everyone just like assumes things are going to happen, and it's the thing that's going to happen.
Love it.
I mean, yeah.
So what I'm saying is we have a queue now.
Yeah.
We have queue.
Yeah.
If he had light
You
grenades,
are so good to us. We do nothing to deserve it.
We actively like try to stop this from happening.
Yeah.
Look what would have happened if you burnt Blinsky's place down.
probably would have found the staircase.
we would have found this.
You probably would have exploded a lab, but
we wouldn't have to pay for all this.
there's probably going to be a large crater where Vallaki used to be.
Yeah.
Well,
So
wanna
the
go?
paladin walks away
Yeah.
like, problem solved.
Follow me, and he
Strahd's not going to
goes along and is just like up against this rack of like the various like chain mails and bits and pieces that he's put together. They're very very intricately done. Like they've even got like every section every so often, like rather than just an iron ring in this chain mail, there's like brass ones put in there to give like that. And in the front is when you take a step back, it looks like the bee with the jester's cap on in the chainmail surface.
Fucking craftsman.
He's got a brand that he is
got a
running
brand,
with.
yeah.
But he sort of pulls a lever to the left of this, and the whole panel sort of goes sideways, and there's this room behind that is just like white walls, lit, and just the lights just bouncing off all sides. This is a very well lit room. And on the far side, there's just a couple of like these timber like targeting dummies along the back wall. He's like, "All right, give it a crack, big fella." And he sort of hands this iron orb over to you.
Press the button, throw it.
And yeah, sort of you throw it, and there's from the floor there's like this half. This
Is he
chest high-
ducking?
This chest high wall just sort of like slides up out of the floor, and he just sort of ducks down behind it.
I'm not ducking.
And in the distance, you just sort of you hear this like cracking sound, and that white wall section has just got this massive like charcoal blast mark on the side, and like whole panels of this white around the room is just like flashed out to like a dull grey.
It's a good
Because
question.
I'm judging whether or not I could take one of these that blasts myself.
Mechanically speaking, when you press the button, would it explode in the same round?
No.
Okay, cool.
No. Actually, mechanically speaking, it would. It's as an action.
Okay.
So yeah, you basically got 6 seconds to get it away from you, and it will explode. So there you go. There's your mechanical.
But
Okay, I was just wondering if you throw it, would it explode this round or the next round?
It's mechanically speaking. It's
I'm
this
trying
round.
to judge how much damage it did and whether or not I think I could take a full blast of it if I did it and then.
I mean, don't though.
No,
Don't.
I probably won't. But it's more just I'm interested to see how much because I know I can tank a lot of things, so I'm just interested to see how much damage it does.
Oh, you're thinking about just like fucking
if I had to.
doing a bandolier of them, and this is running in, just like click, click, click.
If I had to, just seeing what the damage would be.
If you had to do a heroic sacrifice, could you do a heroic sacrifice to live?
It's not really a sacrifice then.
You're still
So, like,
sacrificing hit
words
points.
have meaning.
You're sacrificing hit points. Shut up.
Sacrificing the front half of your face. Okay.
Or if I didn't throw it far enough, like how far away I would need to be.
There's no
before-
arguing with this either, because this is fucking spot on character appropriate. This is
Yeah.
absolutely okay.
This is what I could see happening if I hit the button and either A, forget to throw it, B, don't throw it far enough, or C, just decide to hold on to it.
Yeah, I was about to say B is flub the roll and
Yeah.
bounce at
Like,
your feet,
how
or
much-
you throw the switch.
I'm kind of looking at, or just,
Beans.
or D, it just goes off accidentally while I'm just while it's on my
On your person.
Yeah, all things that are capable of happening.
Well, you sort of head up the firing range and and assess the damage, and you can see like there are these little smoking holes in the wall, and this is like stone walling.
That's a shrapnel grenade.
It's a fragmentation grenade.
Nice.
And yeah, you basically see like these little smoking little craters all the way through. There's peppered all the way through the wall, and then looking back at that sort of blast shield that had been put up, you can see like peppered marks, just nowhere near as bad as they are in the sort of in Ground Zero essentially. But you can see these little fragments of metal that have just sort of stuck themselves into the timber that have basically been slid in front of you.
Because if you're a vampire and you can regenerate, there's nothing worse than regenerating over shrapnel.
This is going to sting coming back out again.
Yeah. Cool.
And like,
Tiny little potholes in the ground.
there's a not just a tiny little hole in the ground. There is a decent sort of like 4 foot wide
I'm
hole in the
impressed.
ground.
Why, like,
What I'm
sticks his
most
head round the
impressed-
door. He's like, Zeus, that thing put out as much damage as a battalion of grenadiers. But, like, from within your hand. It's like some sort of handheld grenadier.
It's like magic, but not magic.
But it needs a name. It needs a catchy name.
Okay. Handheld grenadier,
With all the bits there,
like a
then we can do-
battalion of grenadiers.
It's like a battalion of grenadiers, but in your hand. A handheld,
what did
handheld grenadier.
Grenadiers do in this scenario.
it's a handadier.
Hanadier. That works. Punchy.
I've
I like it.
already forgot what was going on. Sure.
We have fun here.
Yeah, we have fun. What I'm actually most impressed about is that he's got these, what seem to do a decent amount of damage and would probably cause like some shift in like this going off would not cause it would cause a decent amount of like movement of the ground and also sound and things like that. He's soundproofed this entire area that no one's noticed.
Stop picking plot holes. Jesus Christ. This is fucking
No,
cool.
no, like,
Go with it.
no, this is cool,
No,
because
this
he's
is plot
managed-
hole picking, and
No,
I
no,
will
no,
not
no.
stand for it.
I'm saying that he's developed like his underground layer.
We're
to
going
do
into
this.
too
That's
much
cool.
detail.
All right,
That
look
is
at me.
cool.
We're not doing karaoke down here, okay? We're not doing karaoke down here. I know you've been on about this for fucking months now. We're not doing this with karaoke down. No. I'm not learning fucking silence just so that we can do karaoke. You keep fucking banging on about this.
But it's
And yeah,
I cast silence.
I
I just turned Mitch's microphone off.
The levels on that.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's going to be disgusting. Okay, and he's like, "You like?"
I like.
Fantastic. You were quizzing him on information, and were you looking for something else that you wanted to kit yourself out with?
I don't know. Like I've already got the. Is he? Have you put any thought into things I can put on the crossbow you gave me? Any like attachments,
Laser
or
sight.
scopes, or something, or like a like new bolts. Remember we were talking about new bolts.
I've got a few things. I don't know why it's so low to do that. I've got a few things that I've got to. Oh, fuck! What is his accent anymore? Anyway.
Which is really sticky, right? Like, as soon as you hear that, you're like, Joe, governor!
Hello, shoes, governor.
I've got the black lung, I do.
Fish and chips.
Oh, genius. No, actually.
Have you got any bangers in bash?
What about spam?
Spam, egg and spam.
I could probably maintain that as a voice. For a character if I wanted to.
Maybe just doing this like when you're doing like a whole like undercover thing. You're doing a whole
He
character.
puts like on a dress, and he's a crone
got the
washerwoman
The
sneaking in.
washerwoman bonnet.
110% that has to
I
happen.
actually saw someone the other day that looked like it was a woman with like a fake beard down to like halfway to their chest.
I'm trying something new, okay?
If you didn't
Don't
do
yuck my yum.
If you didn't do that joke, I was going to.
It was something to behold because it was a beard as long as yours and like as full as yours, but it looked like it was like a tiny woman wearing it. And I was so confused.
Where were you when this was happening?
The comedy show. And they weren't the act.
Right, okay. I mean, bearded women have to do other things.
Anyway, he's like, "I've got some bits and pieces for you. I think you're gonna like them." And he goes to that central table and from underneath and like pulls this sort of long case out and just like drops it in, like flips the lid open. It's probably about twice the length of my D&D case there. Flips it over and it's just lined up inside. It's just like this whole series of like different bolt types.
Neat.
Like these ones here are sort of, they will go through your crossbow. Probably don't have your the vial applicators running at the same time because I don't know. Some of these might get a little bit upset with other chemicals put on there. But I got some here that want to light an area up. Got ones which are like sustained light. It's kind of like a firework. Essentially, you're looking for flares.
Cool.
You fire it at something that's that'll take a bolt and it'll stick into. Then you can like if you shoot it into timber or something like that, it's going to stay stuck there. Light an area up. Otherwise, you could just fire it into a space. It'll get light up ahead of you pretty quickly.
Cool.
And it's a delay fire. It's not you're not going to like it's not going to start from the moment you fire it because that's going to kind of give up your position. So I thought about that. It's a delay fuse.
You want to cast light on crossbow bolt?
Can I get a ruling on a bullshit mechanical question that I'm going to try to fucking cheese later on and just tell me if it's not going to fly? If he was to shoot a person while in darkness with that lit thing, would we all get like regular advantage on attack rolls? Like if it was pitch black and like
darkness cuts out light, so no, it's not going to negate the.
No.
I
Like
assume you meant,
regular
like,
darkness.
just
If it was
regular.
just like dark, and that thing where like the advantage levels out, you can't attack them.
yeah.
But if one person was like had a fucking tracer round on them, could
It's
we all be
essentially
in darkness and still be attacking this thing? Is it like advantage on attack rolls if like a guy was lit up?
I think it wouldn't be a case of advantage; it would just negate the disadvantage of them being in the darkness as well.
Yeah. Okay.
It's also a fucking flare, so
No,
I mean, it's probably going to be doing some
Nalak
damage
is
at the
gonna
time
need to
anyway.
look at that flare arrow thing because, like, he knows there's some things that can glow, and he can make some things that can glow, and he reckons he could probably make that.
Well, and also, if you make a chemical that reacts with the flare, if we throw, say, a bottle of something at someone who has that you've shot with this, they could probably then be set aflame, I would think.
I mean, I'm pretty sure shooting someone with a flare is going to set them on fire anyway.
Yeah, but this would make...
I've got like a thing of alchemist fire. I've got a bottle
okay,
of that in
that's-
my kit, so
that's
like
probably
throwing
better.
that at somebody and then shooting them with a flare arrow is kind of neat. Or like that Hawkeye thing where you pull one of the arrows out and you stab them with it. I like that.
Yep. He pulls another one out. This one here, after you fire it out, the actual bolt is going to split into multiple pieces, and it's going to be more. It's going to do multiple points of damage, but it's going to be less damage per thing.
Cool.
It's a little less. It's a little bit finicky. It's like it's going to reduce your maximum range. Like it's going to.
It's like shotgun.
It's a shotgun.
So you are turning into Hawkeye.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, yeah. Like,
And now we're going to move on to the thing where I've got a purple costume that he's made for me.
I just assumed you were wearing purple anyway. And the last bit is it's a heavier bolt, but it's got a wire cable coming off the end of it. And this one here can be fired out, and it's basically got a little like wire spool that you can clip onto the back of your crossbow. Essentially, either firing out essentially like a climbing wire or any sort of. It's basically you can fire a wire across places.
Yes. I will humbly accept these new accoutrements.
I mean, I assume we have to pay for this.
Well,
Wait, why are you bringing that up for fees? Fucking keep your goddamn mouth shut, buddy.
of course you got to make sure that I can continue making these things.
Yeah.
It's
Even though,
yeah,
you know,
I can't do this
that's-
for free because I'll be able to do it once and then.
I've been helping fund some of this operation for a little while now, like just in between my other pursuits. How are we going with the general idea of accumulating a stockpile of weaponry for arming the citizens? You know, for the violent uprising that we've been discussing.
I've been working, on the side just getting some just stock standard stuff collected up. Like anytime there's anything sort of turns up in the market, I get it and clean it up. And so I've got a supply of just standard swords, shields, bows, bits and pieces like that. And then the rest of the time, when I'm not upstairs running the shop, because got to keep up appearances. I fucking slipped into the same accent as you again. It's fucking addictive. I've been working on this. I call it my playroom.
Oh, boo. Oh, boo.
What?
Boo.
What?
Boo.
Oh wait,
no,
no, that's the thing.
no, that's a fucking sex dungeon.
That's the
dude.
sex dungeon thing.
Yeah, nah.
Games
Nah,
room.
that
We've got
was-
game room.
Yep.
Game room. That's better.
Yeah. Well,
Toy room?
Toy room. Toy room. That's better.
Still,
Why are you just like, what's in there? Your Xbox? 50 Shades of Grey.
I've
50
not
Shades
seen
of Grey,
50
anyone?
Shades, but I know that. I know that
It
meme.
could be his man
What's a
cave.
butt plug? That was an actual line from that movie.
Yeah.
I don't understand why that's even a question because I'm pretty sure it's all in the name.
It's
Yeah.
so self-explanatory.
Yeah.
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 I'd like at that point he's like, bitch, are you dumb?
Yeah.
It's a.
Wait,
hey,
you
honey,
know what? Forget about
Honey,
this.
look at me. It's a plug for your butt.
Yeah.
How are you this fucking sheltered?
I mean, I get that you're a virgin, but you know what your butt is, though, right?
And you know what a plug is,
What is
right?
sex ed these days?
Hey, what was your thing?
I feel like we got really far off topic real quick on that one. That one was me. I'm sorry.
I think it was completely on topic.
What was your? You were talking the other day about what you wanted from Blinsky.
Yeah.
Apparently,
And
butt plug.
before I did that thing, I was going to do that thing,
Ah.
but you got it, and that was fucking good. We nailed that one. Yeah. Look, I was going to do a whole thing about turning him to the cause, and maybe we could get materials for it. But fucking, that was good. That was even better. Nailed that one. So looking at the automata.
We're gonna start a violent uprising.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah, did we not say that?
I mean, I was going to do it myself, but the fact that we're getting everyone else to help is probably better. Yeah.
You were just going to be violent. There was not going to be an uprising.
Well, I mean, it would have been an uprising.
He's going to have to stand up.
I was going to go and kill the Burgomaster.
It was like a 2-step plan. Step 1, violence. Step 2, oh shit. What was it? Something.
Step 3, profit.
Step 3, profit.
Step 1, stand up. Step 2, violence. You get knocked down, repeat step 1, then repeat step 2.
Go to 10.
Violence is usually the first step. Standing up is probably the next step.
Ross is frustrated at this point because this is a bad bit that just keeps on going.
So, wait. So, have you told Ulrich about this previously, or?
Well, you weren't here to be a part of it, but
Okay.
I imagine that he...
Because Ulrich would have been part of.
We
a
haven't
violent
really
uprising.
discussed amongst the party the idea of arming the populace for an uprising. No.
I'm thinking like
'Cause
between
I-
Wick and Wayu, there has been like some like that thing where you know you're like a subjugated, like the fucking French Revolution. You know, like the it's there and like people are like talking about it in like vague terms. You can't come and say like, hey, let's like get guillotine.
But can we also
Fucking
eat
kill the
cake?
king. Be like at the same time you're like, hey,
How do you feel about necks?
king's necks, right?
Which reminds
they
me.
look.
Which reminds me, we need to get a cake shop involved because we all need to eat cake.
The bakery's burned down.
Yeah, bakery.
Yeah.
The bakery burned down.
Then
we
how
can't-
has there not already been an uprising?
There you go. We'll say that was the point that you immediately got on board with. Yeah. I'm like not sure about you. I'm not sure about you. Like hinting with the whole like revolution thing, and then the bakery burned down, and you're like fucking already doing like hammer and sickle.
I'm
fucking-
running. Yeah, I'm already running ahead, waiting for you guys.
Mitch is ready to kill this bit. He's just fucking.
No,
He
I'm
is so
just-
done with this.
I am just in a lot of pain. I'm fine.
What's the matter?
Like, shoulders.
Yeah, I think I'm on board. I'm fairly sure I've been suggesting this since we got here.
I've had painkillers, so I'm just waiting for it to kick in.
Yeah, you suppose. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a beer in
I
the fridge
could-
if you want a bit of.
I can arm a population pretty quickly.
How about 5 minutes from now?
I think
That would
might
be
wait.
asking a bit.
Okay. Well, can we do this now? I mean, I'm
When you
not doing
say
this now.
a population,
Hold. Let's just start getting this plan ready, though. I mean, I think this is inspired by talking to Rictavio and stuff. I think maybe we should. I know we've been talking idly about the concept of maybe everybody rising up and defeating our vampire overlords. I think we should start preparations in earnest. You know what I mean?
Oh wait, vampire overlords. Oh, I thought we were just killing the Burgomaster. I mean, that's good too. I like that plan too. We should do that as well.
As well.
You've been talking to your other friend, haven't you?
I have a lot of friends. What are you talking about?
It doesn't sound
I
like
think
your
that's a bit
normal
of a
self.
stretch.
It sounds like someone who's a little bit more on the huntery side. He hasn't asked for his monkey back yet, has he?
He didn't. He didn't mention anything about the monkey. No.
Wait. So it's not your monkey?
No, Rictavio. Again, well, it is mine now. Rictavio gifted it to me.
Mm-hmm.
why? I'm sorry. That seems like a weird thing, though, right?
That is a very weird thing to just give someone.
I'd
Is
like
it?
a weird enough thing to
I
have.
would be
but,
happy
like, did
for
you
him to
did
gift
you
it to me.
ask for it?
How does one ask for a monkey?
Why would one give a monkey? I mean, these are all questions.
Let's say that
Say you were in a situation where you had to give someone a monkey.
Emily Post did not account for this one. First of all, you write a letter. Dear Duchess of York, I have a monkey.
Could you get it off my back?
well, myself and Rictavio have a working relationship going on. He's
So, what is
someone
Rictavio?
inspired some of my work.
Rictavio's cool. Don't worry about it.
Who else in town do you arm?
Blinsky.
That was a serious question.
Who is
He's a bard.
He's a bard.
Knows his way around a weapon or two.
You seen his hat? He's got a bard hat.
What was your question?
I'm going to roll insight on that.
On which one of us? What was your question?
Blinsky.
On Blinsky? Yeah. Mostly because it's harder to roll it against a player.
Yeah.
I mean, it's why would you be suspicious instantly of that? That doesn't
Because-
even make sense.
Because, like,
Why would
Because-
the bard be interested in an uprising?
Yeah, why would the bard be interested in uprising? Why would the bard know Blinsky that well? And, like, you know, now I found out that the monkey belongs to Rictavio and not Blinsky.
You already knew about that. The whole concept with the bard was he has a trailer of curiosities.
Yeah.
I think you already knew that the
Yeah,
monkey
we
came
did.
from him.
If I
Yeah, we
had
did.
any concerns about the bard, that would have been placated by him giving away monkeys. That sounds like such a fucking bard thing to do.
But go ahead. It just seems weird.
15.
15. He's got a working relationship, yeah.
Fair enough.
As to answer your question, Rictavio approached me because he realized I was a craftsman and commissioned me to make items, which is somewhat inspired some of the works around here.
As in inspired, or you made items like the ones in here, or the ones upstairs?
In here, down here. I've been a gifted toy maker for a good many years, but Rictavio has been, well, he wants to get out. And he's been trying to find creative ways of making that a possibility.
Octavio's cool. Don't worry about it.
Maybe we should get him in on the uprising.
He's well ahead of you. Don't worry about it. He's a bard. You know, he's all singing songs, getting people all riled up. You know how it is.
What was your actual question?
You're being so obvious. Even I'm noticing.
That is actually a very good point. When it comes to it, I mean, every fucking uprising needs a catchy Lou Reed style fucking backing track.
What is this Les Mis?
You're the best.
You know what? You know what? Now you fucking said it. It's Les Mis.
Yeah.
Now we're doing Les Mis.
Now we're doing
Okay. All right. Everyone, take a 30-minute break. When we come back, we're doing Les Mis. Everyone, take a character. I'm Rum Tum Tugger.
I
Turns out I don't know what Les Mis is.
I actually met.
I'll take you that one mute character.
I actually met a guy. He sold me my Chihuahua.
And you're questioning
Sorry,
Rictavio
sorry.
giving away a monkey.
I love where the story started.
I assumed you were going to say, like, meth or something. And the job was just like a hard right turn.
Wait, sorry. You
Say it.
assume meth.
I don't know. That says more about me than about him. I'm not apologizing for that.
So
We are
yeah,
so
so
on
he
target
sold
today.
me my dog, and he told me that he got tickets to Les Miserables.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, and
It's French for the miserables.
yes.
I have done that particular joke to Callie about 9 times now. Every single time she's corrected my French and hasn't picked up on the fact I'm doing a bit. I'm going to keep going.
You're very dry.
Have you seen all essentially uprising in France at the moment because of Notre Dame and like the amount of money they've raised for it, and all the people are turning around and going, "Well, wait a minute! Like you're raising millions and millions of dollars for this."
Billions. It's billions
Yeah,
now.
billions of dollars.
They were already mid-riot, so this wasn't like they all came out for this. That was like they were already riding in one direction. They're like, fucking hang on.
It's just
Really?
a really well focused point of attention.
Really? We're already like burning down fucking cars in the street and you're pulling this shit. Does that
Yeah.
seem like a good idea to you?
But again, the miserables.
Yes. Anyway, so
Les Miserables. He took a date to that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow, you know what? For a Chihuahua dealer, not the brightest guy.
this is one of those backstreet Chihuahua deals, right?
Yes, this was a backyard breeder.
He like
much
he
to
like
our
he like
shame.
opens up like a overcoat and he's got a bunch of chihuahuas all strapped in there.
Just trembling.
He's like,
The
hey.
noisiest coat opening in the world.
He's like, hey, how do you like these puppies?
Boo! Boo! Boo!
I was so happy with that.
I'm glad we could set you up for that one.
I'm more proud of that than anything I've done all week.
Oh man, we have done nothing but 2 hours of fucking around. This is great.
Welcome to D&D.
Oh, you guys have Literally, it's
We
taken
went
2
to our
hours.
place. We've gone to one place. That is all we've done today, guys.
I'm pretty sure it's only been 20 minutes in game.
And I
If
was
that.
If
I was
that.
directing towards this because I knew Trevor had an actual thing to do here, and we haven't even done that part.
It's been 2 hours. We've been here 2 hours now.
We're having fun.
We do have fun.
Okay. What else did you have? Do you want to do this thing now?
Yeah, let's just fucking.
I don't know what it
let's
is.
Just let's just smash through it because we really have spent a lot of time burning on this one. The Automata. Mm-hmm. Go over, have a bit of a poke around. You know, flick the gears and whatnot. These are fantastic. These are wonderful. I can really see you sort of bringing your toy maker crafting alongside your playroom crafting. These are really something.
Man,
Oh, thank you. They pale in comparison to
What's
that
his face?
guy's name.
Other guy.
Master Craftsman Blair
Fritz.
Federer.
To Master Fritz.
Is that actually like a real D&D thing, or is
What's that?
Like, is it something like you can look up and it's on a wiki and there's a thing, or
Oh, what Fritz von Verg?
it sounds like it's a
it doesn't
real
sound like a
popular-
name you have come up with on the fly.
Cheers.
The fact that you don't feel confident pronouncing it means that I don't think you came up with it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and like, let's be honest, the names we come up with on the fly are not as good as that.
Yeah, it's Fritz von Verg. It's,
I mean, like kombucha.
What was wrong with that?
All right, focus, guys. Focus up. Come on.
but yeah, it is part of the packet. That dude. So it's probably a wiki on him somewhere.
All right. Look, the fact that I got like fucking 20 out in that roll, I'll look it up and learn a thing. I mean, these are excellent. These are just what I'm looking for. I'll take 10.
10 of what? Oh,
10.
This is 10.
10 assorted.
Assorted,
I'll have a baker's dozen assorted, please,
assorted automata.
to take away.
Okay.
Yeah, how much for the grenades?
Don't forget, you guys got a whole stack load of cash out of the thing.
Oh, do we? Because I haven't written that down.
I don't think you
so
grabbed.
much.
I think you specifically said you didn't take anything.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I think you were very, very
So,
determined about not losing the temple.
We have
You guys like loaded up Dave full of jewels.
No,
Wasn't
I
that going to be
loaded up, dude.
divvied up later?
No, we each got as much as we could physically carry.
Cool.
And you thought
And I died.
No, you're
Yeah,
right here.
and-
You're in the room.
Wick's alive.
oh,
Yeah, Wick's alive. He's been here the whole
don't
time.
do that. Don't do that bit in character. That's going to get confusing real fast. I'm trying to find the things that I had in mind for this, and I can't remember where they were.
Just for what it's worth, while you're to distract you, those crossbow bolts, is that like a thing that you're gonna like send me like a thing for later?
Yeah, I'll
Cool.
do up bits and pieces for him. But yeah, there's essentially one that's light with a bit of fire damage if it's right in contact. There's a
Shotgun.
shotgun one. Yep, which is just basically smaller range, but it's
Yep.
the little thingies. So that was I'm taking animate object, and so
Oh,
I
so
would
you
have
wanted
been So here's the thing. Here's the fucking thing. I would have been happy to like chuck it like literally a couple of gold at Blinsky for just like some dolls. If these are actually like they will do a clockwork thing on their own.
Yep.
Is that something that they will do?
Yeah.
Fucking awesome. In that case, these are going to do double duty as they will do like the thing that they do, and also when it comes time to animate object, I would like screw the clockwork. They'll just be like magic powered. I think that's the thing.
Okay, he's looking at these. They're little sort of they're like
Turbo
four-legged little wind-up toy setup things, but each of them have like a grasping claw at the front. They're kind of looking like a four-legged beetle sort of look.
Yep.
And it's all like brass and copper paneling on it. It's got a real sort of steampunk sort of look going on there. Small wind-up key for the clockworks, but they'll
This is
grab.
great. This is like steampunk, but I don't hate it.
You know what this is making me think of? The one of the characters in Top 10, the toy box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
That was cool.
was cool.
But yeah, there's a series of little ones, and each of them have like a little grasping claw or a clamp at the front where they can sort of, you can send them in a direction, and they will sort of take on terrain. They can climb a wall as long as it's not like a smooth surface. If it's got cracked, they've got like little hooked points on the thing, so they can climb up like wooden or rough stone or bits and pieces like that as well. And they can carry things about the size of the biggest thing they can carry. So maybe that's something the size of like a large drinking glass is about the largest thing they can carry, because they're about the size of a average size shoe. Each.
Fucking awesome. All right.
Now you want 10 of them.
Just
do you?
imagine the next time he can't be bothered cleaning his room, and there's just going to be these little guys like walking around, like moving, like packing his bags.
I think like five of those. I want like a bit of a mixed bag of
Yep.
various creatures. So like half of those.
Yep.
And we'll just say like that's all he had. He only had like 5 of them or so. So
Yep.
like fucking cool. I get those and pad the rest of the 10 out with just like
Stuff from upstairs.
dolls. Yeah,
Yep.
just dolls that he had.
I can do that. It's like if you buy these, I'll just
I
throw
love
in
the
some
idea of doing like a maybe not completely bed down what they are, but then like at a thematically appropriate time, like have like a soldier guy or have like a
Yep.
horse
Yep.
or yep.
But yeah, so if you buy these, whatever you want it from upstairs, just let me know. Not the Strad ventriloquist doll. That's
Oh, that'd be fucking amazing. Just like have Strahd v Strahd doll.
Oh, I do kind of like that. But no.
So you got yours.
I feel like that's a
you've
fairly
got
quick fight.
you've got your grenades.
Yeah, how much?
Was there anything you wanted? Because I was just going to do a group
Like
purchasing on this.
something that like can help us sneak or something. And what was
I
the
mean,
other
I'll
thing
swap
I
out my
wanted?
glaive if
I mean,
as
like
well
you said,
for
there
that
was
thing.
something that like was maybe area denial, and that'd be pretty good.
Okay.
Was that not the
Skateboard.
grenades?
Give him a skateboard.
He goes, area denial wise, there's this one here, and you've got it's another sort of orb sort of thing, but it's rather than like an encased iron, you can see inside, like there is just like this meshing of like metal spikes all the way through it. And he goes, just follow me over to the firing range. I'll show you this. And he's just like, gets to the top, and is like, twists it like the two hemispheres of it like a quarter turn, and just sort of rolls it into the middle of the room, and it sort of cracks open like the two halves, and there's this fine like wiry spiel of like silver thread, and it just sort of, like erupts out like it's like a clockwork where it's been broken open as like springs open, and every so often on each of these little silver threads there is like a 3-pointed metal spikes. They look like little caltrops or like barbed wire, and it's basically it just fires this out in all directions. There's 20-foot radius area just covered with these fine spikes of silvered metal.
Ah, so
I'll
okay.
I'll take 2 of those.
That's the coolest fucking thing.
I was gonna, if
I'll
you hadn't
take
said
one of
silvered,
those,
I was
thank you
going to
very
ask
much.
if we could alter the contents of it. But if the fact that you said silvered, I was
The rest of those ones in there, your grenades, the inside of that is all silvered as well. So basically, it is essentially it's a silvered thing. Same goes for your bolts.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
like,
Those bolts that you got, the shotgun ones,
oh yeah, yeah.
they are silvered.
Cool.
I'll also take one of those flare bolts because I want to study that.
that clockwork
There's phosphorus, man.
spear thing as
It's
well.
it's a transforming halberd spear thing.
I'd be interested in that depending on the cost.
All right.
So the caltrop grenade. So it's reminding me of the web spell because I've got that on Leland.
Okay.
Like, because that's how the web spell sort of works. But it's seems
It will reduce things speed going through, and they will take damage, and it's silvered. So there.
That's cool.
That's
I
what
like
when you started explaining that, I'm like, did you just make like a web bomb? That's so fucking cool.
Damn. I can't get the spell in large reduce, which if I could like shrink it down and just like shove it down Strahd's throat, that'd be really cool.
That would. Wow, you're assuming you're going to get up close and personal with Strahd and survive that engagement.
I think if you got close to Strahd, the thing you should be worried about going down his mouth is not the weird spell that you've got going on.
It's all your blood.
All your blood.
Like all of it.
Like,
He'll
yeah.
tip you upside down and wring you out over the top of his mouth like he's just
Like
drinking glass.
a ketchup bottle.
I know, like you get you like the toothpaste tube and just start rolling you from the feet up and just make sure it gets all the blood out of you.
No, like the hydraulic press.
Ugh, that'll work.
Sorry, I just like the image of like him tapping your feet to get the last blood out through your neck.
It's just like whoop, the last little bit drops out. Yeah, essentially it's the combination of like a halberd and a spear. Essentially, it's the two weapons in one, and you can switch between the two, and it is silvered. But looking across the board, for all things payment wise, looking for a grand all up.
Okay.
So if you want to split that up amongst the four of you,
I'm waiting on a paycheck right now, gentlemen. Maybe if I did the introductions here. I did a lot of the legwork, maybe like a finder's setup thing. If you could, I'm good for it. I'll pay you all back. You know, like
I'm good for it. When
Here's
you
a
guys
gold.
pay me.
Shut up. Slides it across the table.
Wait, so
yeah.
am I putting in 300? I've got 400 gold, so that's it.
Well, I mean,
so,
like we each got 250 from the looting from the thingy. What's it? The Vistani.
the
camp.
Vistani, and you got like
Yeah.
thousands from.
Yeah,
the,
no, like I'm saying, like we can all chuck 250.
I have
in
400 gold.
You have 400 gold total.
He didn't take anything from the temple because it's a temple. He's not looting a temple, except for a sword.
Yeah.
That was prophesied. So
Yeah, that was
it's
kind of
fine.
a thing. Yeah.
It's going to be
Rin had a whole bunch of
333
stuff,
between three of us
including
because he's
fancy
not-
dresses, a onyx obsidian scepter, a crown, some funky glasses. But then he, died, got better, and fucked off.
It got better.
his Arcanoloth stole that he had going on.
Yep. Someone broke off his little foot. There you go. Episode
So
1.
yeah,
the
if
rest
someone
of
with 10 times
there's
that
your
amount of
reference.
gold wants to kind of cover me a little bit, I'll be...
I'll chuck 500 in.
Essentially, out of the four of you, I think it's only Narlag and Wayu that actually have a reasonable amount of cash going on at the moment.
And I assume Dave is pooping out gems constantly. Whatever he has for a butthole. Or,
You walk up to Dave, you grab one of his eye stalks and pull it down, and his eyes ching ching ching.
Ruby.
Grapefruit.
You get a little bit of bile.
Bacon.
Well, I'm going to remove 200 gold.
I mean, I've just chucked 500 in.
Yeah, I've 200 is half the gold I have, so yeah.
But yeah, essentially add in a spear and a halberd. Essentially
Silvered.
and they're silvered, and you just sort of switch between the two of them for essentially nothing. It's not even going to cost you a bonus action to switch because it is that.
A button, yeah.
Cool.
I
I'll get
I
the rest.
carry
Is
so
Wick
many
still looking
weapons.
for his pockets?
Yeah.
He's
Ah,
you know what? You know what? I left my pants in my other pants.
Sorry, what? Halberd and a spear, you said? Okay, well, I've already got a spear, but yeah.
And
Yeah, but you
I'll
don't
look
have
at
Well, yeah, I'm going to change...
I'll look at combining them into a single entry.
Yeah,
when
I'm
I
going
do
to
it.
change spear to silvered spear.
Yeah, and I'll combine them into a funky little item and give it a little bit extra before next episode.
Cool, thanks.
Cool. So I got like the two weird silver things.
Essentially, it's caltrops, but silvered with a funky way of deploying.
And they're all
Rather
like
than-
attached by like
Yeah,
metal
because
thread.
that's
Is it
the
a
other
thing where like you can pick it back up and like wind it back up with a key?
that's what I was going to describe. He sort of goes back into the middle, sort of like dodging through this web of things, and then picks them up and just holds the two places back together and just like winds one.
That's so
I guess the other,
fucking
and
cool.
it all winds back in together.
Okay, so...
And
Like
you
it
hear
takes
that
a
sort
minute to do it, so you're not doing it fucking mid-battle. But
It's just,
yeah,
you
can
hear the
get it
sort of
back.
sound is like click, 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 and the sounds like a clockwork piece inside is just getting more and more tension as it's winding up, and then it's just like, and when
So
the last bit goes
good.
in, is you hear this sort of nice little sort of tink, as the last little. Why are you so happy about this?
I have telekinesis.
Yeah.
It's attached by threads.
Okay.
Spin.
That would be a very creative use of that thing there. Oh, look at you.
I feel like you haven't learned lessons about when you get a cool thing and you immediately try to cheese it, it blows up in your face. And that's not by accident, okay? Here's the thing. That's not by accident. That's the guy who's running the game going like, okay, well, like, it was a perfectly cool thing. And if you're
there
like,
is
bam,
fragmentation grenade
in your
as
face.
part of it. Yeah, okay, cool. How many did I get?
Half a dozen.
You're a masochist. You're literally excited for like
all right, well,
physically
we've
injuring
been here
yourself
a
in
while.
Well, that's been a weird time stretch.
Yeah.
Guess I'm a fucking masochist.
Yeah, okay, all right, that was dumb.
I injure myself on a daily basis and go, all right, let's do it again.
You're just complaining about your shoulders, and that's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Lucy's like,
Let's
don't forget to check back because I might have some more toys for you another time.
I swear to God, we'll be back like every fucking day.
Oh, please do.
Oh yes, you are the coolest person we've
all right,
encountered.
power to the people. Let's go.
You guys start heading upstairs.
Oh, hang on, we didn't do. I did actually roll. I asked a question, rolled insight on who else he's armed.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
Yep.
Rictavio's grabbed a selection of bits and pieces from me. He's got a similar construct to your crossbow wick.
Yeah, but he doesn't use it with the same style that I've got going on, you know.
He's made a couple of his own sort of requests on it, which I've done for him, and it's
Flames down the side.
but yeah, it's a similar idea. It's a multiple damage type delivery system.
He's a smart guy.
Aside from that, no one else really knows my operation down here so far. You guys are part of a fairly elite group.
It's okay. I'm good at keeping a secret.
Narrator's voice. He's not good at keeping a secret.
Keep a lid on this one, all right?
Yeah, look, okay, we are.
I heard he went shouting around town about an angel in the next town over.
Yeah, look, it has actually come to a head
that's because
that this
there is
one
an angel
does say
the
things
next
out
time.
loud, and now we are part of a secret organization doing secret things. That is going to be something that's going to need to be addressed. He says, putting his finger in the book on the learning silence.
I've got another option for you.
Do go on.
He sort of waits for Ulrich to sort of start making his way up the stairs. Like, if you could get this collar on him, every time he tries to speak, it's going to give him a little bit of a like a jolt.
I'm not
I know,
sure.
I know.
I'm not sure that's really going to have an effect.
Lean in. Thank you.
What I
Best
I don't,
friend.
I'm pretty sure
like-
of his type. It's not going to really
Yeah,
like damage him at all. Might just sort of remind him this is probably
just-
not a time for him to be talking.
Not even
Slight
sure.
negative
I-
reinforcement. Yep. If we're not in the room, it'll just be a little bit of a. Oh wait, like Jiminy Cricket on the shoulder, not hurting, just reminding.
I'm not even sure if it would do.
I like how I'm just giving Wayu all these little secret fucking plots to do in the background against all the characters. Oh, by the way, that wick guy, just stab him.
hey, I'm on it. I don't know you, but sure, I'm in.
But yeah, I haven't harmed anyone recently. But when that wizard fellow tried to lead a revolution before, I made sure weapons got out there. But that didn't end well.
Obviously, didn't
So I've,
didn't work out
I'm
the way
working-
anyone wanted.
I'm
Was
work-
there anyone? Is there anyone left from that excursion, from that network? We need to find people in this burg that still have the fight in them. Anyone that comes to you asking questions, anyone left over from the last time we took a bite at this apple, anyone you can think of,
I'll
point
put,
us to.
I'll put the feelers out there, but I've got to be careful about it because, well,
Do not put yourself to
word,
any risk.
If word gets out on that about, well,
Yeah.
this space,
Do not put yourself to any risk. You're
Right.
cooler than all of us combined.
thank you.
Dead serious.
Do you mind if I
This
call
is-
you Q?
Or
As going up the stairs, Wick does like a fist bump with Piccolo.
Oh, you blow it up too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, that's so good. I wish I could do fan up because that'd be great.
Blah, la, 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 la.
The three of you head upstairs, and he's just sort of still talking with Wayu. He's like, if you seem to know about Fritz. If you make it into the castle, give a look for a piece of his. I think it's there.
Something of his creation that's been taken and kept by Strahd.
It's just a rumor. I don't know if it's there or not. There's a rumor that Strahd took one of his, well, probably his greatest invention.
Oh god. Oh god.
Not the...
I don't believe it had. Didn't give it a name yet, but it's probably the closest to a clockwork man, like full automaton.
We're gonna have to fight a clockwork golem in the Castle of Strahd.
No, he's going to be our friend.
We're constantly fighting golems.
We're going to release him. He's going to be our friend.
Okay.
Are the grenades at all painted orange?
No.
Okay.
Clockwork orange.
Oh my.
Boo.
Boo.
Oh boy. Oh, you had to work so hard for that one too. I'm so sorry, man, but you're fired.
Yeah.
You don't even pay me.
Yeah. That's how bad. You know
why
how
this
bad
is
it is
so
getting
sad.
Still not
fired
fucking
from a
worth it either.
volunteer job.
It's pretty easy to get fired from a volunteer job.
And, but yeah, it's like if you can get hold of that and get it back to me, that would be absolutely grand.
If there is, trust me, if there is anything in Strahd's castle that is of note, value, historical worth,
And it's not tied down.
but it is not
Basically,
tied
you're-
down,
Yeah, we're
it
just...
doesn't get destroyed in the fucking bullshittery that
Of
we
us.
accidentally pull getting out of there, we will be,
Yeah.
believe me.
That place is getting looted.
Okay, you guys are heading upstairs. I'm sure, and Blinsky's sort of like leading Wayu up the stairs as well, and just sort of turning the lights out on the games room as he heads upstairs. Games room, is that the one we ended up settling on?
You will go with games room because everything else just seemed,
Yeah.
And yeah, sort of the lights sort of go out behind.
You could just call it his workshop.
His Neverland.
Workshop
Although-
is like the room out back. This is. It's got to have a name. It's got to have like a capital letter name.
The Armory and Leggery.
No, not that thing.
Okay.
Have you never played Kingdom of Loathing?
Damn it.
Fucking moron.
Going for a fist bump. He's like, fuck you. I'm a wild animal. Why does everyone forget?
Why did you think that was a good idea? Like,
All right. Let's
All right.
go and arm a population. I mean, I'm carrying half an armory on me anyway. But, yeah.
What is your plans once you head upstairs? Because you have now been somewhat equipped.
now that we're
Did anyone have anything after this?
Well, we needed to go see the chapel. Like, go talk to Father Petrovich. Almost said Father Petrovich.
What for?
Like, he has, like, the only place that vampires can't set foot on.
I thought that was stopped. Didn't...
You got the bones back. That
Oh,
was-
yeah,
that
yeah,
whole
yeah.
that whole deal.
Like that was the
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Is like vampires literally cannot go in that church.
I'd forgotten about
So
Holy
like,
bones.
maybe we can try and make the Holy Bones thing for the entire town.
Do you
or,
still have
like,
those bones?
I mean, I have some bones.
We're like our next thing to do is figure out what Isaac said to figure out what's going on with the town, right? Yeah.
And speaking to a holy man's probably going to help.
who's
Someone else
in
is
with
going to have to
people.
kick that off because, as far as Y is concerned, like, we did that, and there is nothing more to be gained from looking into it.
And does Wick want to do anything else?
Oh, other than Burgomaster, there was like we should check in on him and make sure there isn't anything.
And
sort of
take him
going on
out?
there.
Sure.
He,
Just
he
sit on
may
that
enjoy
path.
a nice dinner.
Wick has to be careful.
Yeah,
Getting around town.
We can't just go around town.
Are you not meant to be here?
I'm keeping a you might say a low profile, and not getting arrested by Izek because he's a wanker.
That would be tough with that arm.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We made this joke.
We made this joke many times.
I may be able to help with that if you would be so kind as to, let's say, raise your hand out in front of you. I believe at this point we've earned some level of trust between us. If you wouldn't mind,
Why don't you just get
Raise your
him
hand.
to change you into?
you have 6 fingers on that hand now, and one of them is flipping you off.
Why don't you just get him
If
to
it
change you into a
was-
dinosaur,
if
and
it
then we just have a
was-
pet dinosaur?
Helpful to you to look somewhat different as we walk around town. That is something that can be accomplished quite easily between us.
Does his
You could have done anything, even slightly useful.
I mean,
You could have just
that
minor.
that was more of a demonstration than actually the thing that I was going to do. I'm not suggesting that having an extra finger would be, a fucking disguise, as has apparently been pointed out by other people at the table. That was just, if you suddenly had a different face, that'd be kind of weird. And
You
shocking,
can turn into a dinosaur. Why don't you just turn him into a dinosaur, and then we have a pet dinosaur, and then no questions will be
Oh,
asked.
what's a dinosaur?
It's a giant lizard.
What's a lizard?
I don't know that this is going to be like the incognito thing that you think it is going to be.
No, I don't believe it will be either.
But no one would ask any questions.
I think a lot of questions would be asked. Most importantly, why is there a giant lizard in town?
But none of
Why
them.
is it chewing on my legs?
None of them would be about. Oh, I've already forgotten your name.
I'm not terribly concerned about
Being in the
being
group.
spotted in the town. I've got that on lockdown. I just I can get around here pretty good. I just don't think I can have a conversation with the Burgermeister and stay hidden. Is really the limits that I'm fairly confident beyond that, but I think a literal conversation with the Burgermeister may be pushing my luck.
That's fine. By the end of the conversation, he won't care.
You do have something of a recognizable accent. I didn't want to point it out previously.
I
But you're
would-
actually the only person around here that sounds like that
I-
consistently.
I would suggest.
Are you joking? Half of the characters that Ryan has done.
I'm sorry. It actually isn't that unique. In fact, more and more people we meet do sound like you, or at least towards the end of the conversation.
Even ones that didn't before.
I would
Surely.
I would suggest that maybe Ulrich and M go see the Burgermeister whilst Wick and I go see the Father Petrovich.
You want me to talk to the Burgomaster instead of the Holy Man?
I want
have-
you to be babysat.
What are you going to talk to the Burgermeister about?
I would assume he's deaf.
Considering Izek is the one that met you guys at the
I mean,
Burgomaster's
I
house.
why you did actually have some concerns about the Burgermeister to begin with. The whole thing about forcing happiness into the town was creepy as shit. Why you assumed that was straight up magic, which I know it wasn't. That's worse somehow. So some investigation into what the hell, and then the bit where Isaac's like, no, he's fine, but he's also not fine, but you can't see him. Was I don't know, man.
Yeah, all right.
There was like a little bit of like just wanted to like see him ask a question. Probably nothing's going to come of it, but other than
I'm good at asking questions.
I have a thing that is probably going to be really useful for that. Morton, from the temple, you remember how there was that room full of potions?
I remember a room full of glass vials and stuff. Yeah.
I've reconstituted one of those potions. It actually happens to be a potion of clairvoyance. In case you can't actually get in a meeting with him, if you know where he is, you can use it to spy on him.
We'll get into a meeting with him.
That's a nice thought. But just in case, take this with you.
What does it look like?
It's
Paint me a picture.
It's a glass vial with like a sort of You said
the yellowish liquid, if I remember right,
Yeah.
and some of the sort of the chunky bits at the bottom have now reconstituted
how far away
into
have we
an
got-
eyeball that floats in the middle.
How far have we all gotten away from Blinsky's place?
presumably we're still in Blinsky's.
Is he still there?
I don't think he cares.
I think he's
no,
just
no,
like
no, I
he
was more-
faded into the background.
No, I was more just going to ask if
I'm just
once-
going to go over here now.
with the
because I'm going
grenades-
to work on my voice.
with the grenades. Just as a last question, with the grenades, if I press the button, is that it, or can I turn it off? Like, can I press the button again to stop it?
If you flick that switch, you get that thing away from you. Fuck,
Okay.
I'm still doing that fucking
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah.
It's not like that bit in Return of the Jedi with the thermal detonator and she turns
Yeah,
it on
yeah.
and then turns it back off.
Yeah. So there's no turning it back off if it's okay. Just it's good to know because I could see me walking up to someone, threatening them, and then being like, "Oh," and then
I'm glad you asked because the other way would have been hilarious. Like, just gonna turn this off now.
It's still getting down there.
Yeah,
It's a funny one.
still ticking.
I think this one's broken.
We've still got my point across.
In small
And
fragments.
then the other points. Yeah.
So, what is your plan? Because I think you got a bit of a split party arrangement going on.
Yeah, it's always a great idea.
Just.
I mean, like, we're still
the best
within like the same city, so we're not too far away.
Are we taking your cart to the church?
Cart stays at the water inn. Like, if I'm in basically the same location, I'm not really moving it around.
Well, I think
If you need it to get around the city, then we'll use it. But like, ideally, I wouldn't really be moving it around too much.
it's just no, you've got a cart, and it is I won't be exposed out in the world if I'm riding inside your cart, sort of thing.
I mean, that is an option. I prefer not to, but if you feel you need that, then we can use it.
As you guys are walking away, I had this conversation. I fucking offered him to have like a fucking new face, and no, I'm fine on that score. But now all of a sudden, cool, whatever. But
That was
doesn't work,
Wick being
doesn't
cool about like, no,
doesn't work out.
don't cast spells on me.
doesn't fucking help
I'm
you,
good.
whatever.
I'm
It's
good.
just
I'm good. I'm
hide,
good.
hide in the back of like the smelly wagon. Sure, that's much better.
Nala keeps that wagon very well kept. Thank you very much.
You got alchemy shit back there. It's a smelly wagon.
Yeah,
And also, like, it
sulfur
crashed
and-
into a fucking tree and broke everywhere. So, like, smelly wagon. I pay attention.
I thought it was just suddenly stopped by this guy.
That's what I said, ran into a tree.
So what are we doing? What's going on?
I think he asked
Apparently,
you
you're
that question.
sending Ulrich to go and talk to the Burgomaster.
No, we're sending Wyu to go and talk to the Burgermeister, and Ulrich's with him.
That was a decision.
I am as concerned as you are with how this is going to go. This is putting a lot of pressure
Why you
on
could
me.
go by
for
I mean,
some
I'm not
reason.
concerned.
Why you
I'm
could
just,
quite happily
I'm
go
just
by
pointing it
himself.
out.
He doesn't need to have his hand held by Holy Man, who's probably going to put a spear and halberd.
You know what? Let's fuck it. Let's go with that. I'm like, you know what? That actually sounds like a great. And then he's just gone. Just like he's gone. Why he was not there anymore?
Cast invisible.
I mean,
You don't know.
You remember
He
last
definitely
time
can't
you were
stop me.
going
He's
to
fucking
do
not there
this,
anymore.
and it turned out you were completely wrong about the whole thing, right?
Oh, you mean with the Izek guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was with Izek.
Yeah, but like just last time you were like plotting an assault on the Burgermeister's mansion. You were completely wrong about the whole thing.
Well, no, I was wrong about
Excuse me.
Izek.
I
I'm
think-
still
I think-
fairly sure I'm right about the Burgomaster.
I think
You guys were wrong about fucking Q here.
remains to be said. Dude's got fucking hidden rooms throughout the entire place. We haven't seen them all.
It's true.
I would also like to point out that it was more me that was planning the assault, whereas you guys were just like, how about we just go in? And I was just like, no, we have to plan step by step. How we get in there, how we kill him, how we
Well,
kill
no,
the
like
Burgermeister.
Ulrich was like plotting out guard routes and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, that was actually a thing. And then you guys just walked up and went, "Hey, we want to see the Burgermeister," and just walked in.
Yeah, because it was funny.
So are we taking? We're taking your cart.
Yeah, we'll take
I'm in your back of your cart.
Yeah. With Dave.
I'm looking around.
Dave's looking at you.
Okay, I'm looking around. What do I see in your cart?
You see several alchemical stands with like something that's like very slowly bubbling away. You see a couple of barrels. You see
a beholder.
like a crate or two, and maybe one chest with a very big lock on it.
Is there okay? Answer honestly, and not like metagamey. Sitting out anywhere in there, or at least open so that you could see them without Dave like freaking out. Is there any bottles of your stuff that you sell?
No,
Why not?
they're in the chest.
So you don't have your stock that you sell like at ready, or like the label for the bottle, or an empty bottle anywhere out that I could
like
see.
an empty bottle? Yeah, for sure. Like he'll have something like
Marked heroin.
cocaine.
Dr. Narlag's special juice.
Those are
Can't remember what you call it.
best orders.
Ugolo's knack.
Yeah, that's right.
So there's a bottle of that sitting around somewhere?
Yeah, like there'd be like maybe a half empty or an empty bottle there, and like all of the full bottles will be in like.
I like to think it's a bottle half full.
Has he met Dave yet?
He has now.
Dave's been around.
Dave's been around. Dave hasn't spoken around me.
How you doing there?
Whoa! I thought you were some kind of
Abomination.
like creaturey thing. That's good day.
What's your name, boss?
Is this one of those situations where I tell the magical creature my name and it takes it and then I forget what it is and it has power over me? Because if that's the case, then my name is John.
That actually may be the smartest thing anyone has ever done in this game. Not even kidding.
No, that's only if I ask for your name, not what your name is.
Well, you'll excuse me if I find that a distinction without a difference, but okay.
Anyway, call me Dave.
Hello, Dave. That's a strange name for a monster with eyes. What?
Well,
What's going on with your eyes, Dave?
I'm called a gazer.
That just seems mean.
Yeah, but what do we call you? We can't use that term, obviously.
Yeah, that's for your.
You can only call yourselves that.
I see the bottle of Yugola Knack.
Ugolo's knack.
I'm like, what? Oh, we broke Ryan. I'm sorry.
I got my Ryan laugh for the session. I'm done. See you guys.
That's our word.
I don't even know what I'm laughing at. Fuck, you're crying.
I do like the idea that up until now, Wick has just been like, oh yeah, there's just a weird magic thing floating around, whatever.
Holy fucking speaks.
Ah!
Oh boy. I'm good.
Picking up the half-empty bottle, I'll be like, what's the deal with this? What's this?
It's a type. It's a type of booze the boss makes.
He makes this?
Yeah.
Right. We were talking before about like maybe like Wick knows some people who have bought that last time.
With the
When
when he set up his stall for your festival.
My mate, Timo.
Is he suddenly Australian now?
Oh man, yeah.
Really easy to slip over, huh?
I said my mate, and I don't know another way to. He bought a bottle of this, and he wasn't the same afterwards. That's a worry. And he puts it back down and then wipes his hand.
It's a proprietary blend.
I would imagine it would have to be.
Got any questions about it?
More in the vicinity of what the fuck? What the fuck?
Can't really say much about it.
Right.
Trade secret.
Sorry, I'm fiddling with stuff. Yeah, no, I just wanted to like have that little moment of like seeing the thing.
Get him in touch with the boss, and he can hook him up with some more.
I understand how that is supposed to work. Yes. Yeah.
There's just smiling.
That's awful.
Yes.
That is a truly awful.
Some of his teeth are rubies now.
No, he's got grills.
Love it.
I'd update his picture. Okay.
He's got grills that says familiar life.
Just fam.
Fam life. There we go.
No?
Dave reaches out an eye stalk for a handshake.
Oh, thank you. No. I'm good.
I insist.
Well, you're going to need to continue insisting. I'm afraid.
Just did the fist bump with an eye stalk.
Do you still have that extra finger?
Do I still have an extra finger?
No, I took it back because you were shit about it.
Cool.
Would come in handy, wouldn't it?
I don't know. Well, I mean,
Fingery.
literally, yeah, but okay.
Both.
And scene.
All right.
That was good. I love that.
So tell me who's going where, because you're in
I'm in the cart wherever.
We're going to the
going to the church,
Yeah.
and you two are going to the Burgermeister.
No, I disappeared before he was able to fucking
I
find
was
me.
going to walk over
And-
to the Burgermeister by myself then. Because apparently that's where I've been sent.
Okay, I'm going to do this one first because this is amazing.
I'm going to wander over to the Burgermeister's house.
So, Ulrich is basically like shield up in front, just like marching towards straight up the up the.
I mean, I
northern-
assume that's how I walk in general, really.
Do you have another character prepared that you're just raring to use? Because I've seen that look in someone's eyes before.
Yeah, it was red.
You know what? I
Rinse.
do open the sarcophagus.
Yeah, I do want that immortality. Yeah, please. Yeah, so you're sort of marching at a decent pace up straight up the northern street towards where the Burgomaster's mansion is.
And I've already staked it out, so I know the area.
What do you
Oh, he
think
definitely
you're
gets there
doing right
first.
now?
He definitely
No
gets
idea.
He definitely gets there first.
All I've,
He's just going to sit back
in
and watch
character
the
and
fucking
out of
carnage.
character, I'm
No.
just like, yeah, I've been told to go to the Burgomaster's house. I'm going to the Burgomaster's house to talk to the Burgomaster. I have no idea about what, but I figure it'll come up when it gets there.
Okay, so you get.
That's an insane thing you just said. That is insane.
I didn't hear it, so this is gonna be great. All right, so you get to the front gates of the walled section of the mansion grounds. There's two guards sitting at that spot there, but there's not much. It's not the highest wall. It's only like 6 foot wall, I think, is what we described it as before.
Very easy to climb.
The two guards are sort of looking as like, morning, sir.
Morning. I'm here to talk to the Burgomaster.
I'm afraid he's not taking visitors at the moment. If you've got anything to deal with him, you need to talk to Izek. He should be doing the rounds at the morning.
I'm a holy man, and I'm here to talk to the Burgomaster.
I'm a guard, and I'm guarding his premises, and the directions are that all of his communications go through Izek.
How long is Izek going to be?
He's doing his current morning rounds, so he should be back in an hour or so. Or you could try and catch him around the town. What are you rolling?
Intimidation.
Okay.
You should probably say that before you actually make the roll.
Oh, it was more, yeah. So,
Yeah.
I stand up, tall, look down at him and say, I'm here to speak to the Burgomaster.
What did you get for intimidation?
I got to 21.
Okay.
Thanks, Wyu.
Thanks to the guy that split the party and told the paladin to go speak to the burgomaster, who he has said out loud that he wants to kill several times.
I thought I thought the both of you were dead set on going to see the Burgermeister, so that's why I was like, oh yeah, you're going with the paladin, right?
Okay, so maybe that's a thing to clear up before you send the crazy dumb paladin to kill the burgomaster.
Yeah, I thought I was going with you guys to go and see the church, and then all I was just told was go and see the burgomaster.
So
I'm
what
gonna
you
go
guys
and
have
do that.
done is not made a plan and enacted it
Yeah,
expertly.
It's the way to get shit done.
This is okay. You know how like when we started this session out, we're like, all right, we're sitting down for having breakfast and we're figuring out what we're doing, and then we didn't do that,
yeah, we have not done.
Yeah, we immediately went.
and we
"Alright,
still
scene
haven't done
transition."
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is what you get from this situation. You have a disappearing wizard, you have a paladin on a fucking warpath, and you have two guys going to church.
It's good, man.
Also, do I know? Because I've been in this town for a while, and I've like staked out various areas. Do I know roughly how many guards there are in total?
I think I gave you the number before, but it's somewhere in the sort of 20s to 30s of like militiamen overall. That's wall guards, town guards, and the ones that are based around here.
Who will note are on high alert at the moment because of the increased monster activity.
Yes, but would be probably lower level than me. And
If you are currently planning in your head whether you can take the entire town, keep in mind that Ryan can just kill you.
oh yeah,
He can actually just no, you die.
Okay, so you roll what, about 21?
Especially if the thing you're doing is just insane. Just insane for no
I'm
reason.
doing
let's-
exactly
let's-
what I
let's-
was told to do.
This is happening.
I want it on
Let's see
record.
what
I don't know,
happens.
it's like the die is cast.
I
This
would
thing
like
has
it on
happened.
record that I did not specifically tell him to do anything.
We don't need to retroactively put something on record. We're recording this. We
You're-
can actually go back and remind ourselves what you said.
You also like are controlling a character and have your own agency, and you don't get to just say, "No, you told my character to do something, and he is enjoined by some kind of blood pact." No, you are responsible for what you are doing
Also,
right now,
like-
which is insane.
Like the elder god summoning, like shape-shifting monster telling the pure and bright paladin what to do.
No one told you to go kill the Bergmeister. All right. So do your thing. I just want to be clear on the preconditions that led to this point. No one told you to go kill the Burgermeister. Okay, Ryan, bring out the Burgermeister.
And kill him. With
Let them fight.
Okay, so the two guards are. You're talking to one of them, and the two guards are there. Basically, you've done this intimidation. You've stood up. You've basically you puffed your chest out. You've said your bit. They dab apparently. They both sort of pull their sort of shields up and like pull the spear in tight, but take a couple of like cautious steps backwards. It's like I can't even remember what you said as far as it goes for the intimidators, but it's like, citizen, away from the gate.
Where to gate?
Yes.
Nah, dude, why are you second guessing this now? You were confident a second ago. Fucking throw a spear. do it.
Tell me where his egg is. Right now.
The one you're talking to sort of turns and sort of gives like a glance. The other one is like,
I just told you.
he's doing his rounds. He'll be checking the gates and the walls and making sure this place is not going to get overrun by the guy on the hill.
It is at this point that Isaac walks up.
I like how everyone's now calling him the guy on the hill after last session.
It is at this point that Isaac walks up.
Oh,
you fucking genius. And the two of them sort of look over at the top of your
I
top
fucking
of your
love
shoulders,
you, man.
and the top of your shoulder is sort of like, ow, and then like they sort of drop their shield down, like put the spear back at a sort of a guard, like and just
You.
upright.
The guy with the funny hand. I need to talk to the Burgomaster. Because I would have no idea who you
You
are.
remember how to do the voice? It's basically just my voice for half the fucking village.
Roy! You! Get over here! Ah, no. This is me doing
Holy
you doing
shit, that was
Karen.
Neil Fielding. Noel Fielding.
Oh, we're just going to insert perfect
Oh,
character
now I
voice.
need that green guy from Mighty Boosh just to like pop out somewhere here.
The Hitcher.
Yeah.
Eels up inside, yeah.
You were specifically told that the Burgermeister was not to be disturbed and to go about investigating the blood rain. What is it that you're doing here?
There are suspicions about the Burgermaster and him being alive
In canon.
Alive?
or not being alive, as the case may be.
If you're assured that the Burgermaster is alive, will you go about what you were directed to do?
Yes.
Charges past the guards.
Yep,
Into
within
the
they sort
building?
of, the two of them just sort of split and sort of facing towards each other. Shields are basically giving you passage through. You head up to the main doors of the mansion. The guards that are stationed at the thing do a similar thing. They sort of spears at a sort of almost like a salute position, and they sort of pull away, giving a sort of an odd look at you coming through, because it's like no one's taking visitors in here at the moment, but Isaac's taking you through, so be it.
Good job at standing me down as well. Like, you guys did a good job. You would have died, but, like, good job.
You're yelling it back at the guys you've already gone past.
No, like, I say this as I walk by.
Okay, fair.
Is there like a main foyer, or do you actually have a map for this?
I've got maps for the Burgomaster's mansion.
Did you come with us last time we went there?
Yeah, like all four of us went
Okay,
into
yeah.
the Burgermeister's house.
Yeah.
I don't think we went upstairs. Like we went into a side room to talk to Isaac.
No, I thought we went upstairs and to
Nope.
talk to him
He
upstairs.
came downstairs and met you and took you
okay.
into a dining room area.
Okay.
Yep. So you're at the entrance hall. There is a staircase upwards that's off to your right. There is a
Character,
long.
I don't suppose at any point you're going to tell me that you're not, is it? Oh, yeah, figured. Yeah.
There's a long carpeted hall that stretches out in front of you. Then doors coming off at each side. And there's a doorway off to the left hand side. There doesn't seem to be too many people around here at the moment. Where do you want to head?
Wait here. Storms off.
Going upstairs or down the hallway, or
A hallway.
Just as a
Out of-
reminder,
out of
last-
line of sight.
last time you were here, and you end up meeting Isaac came from upstairs. If that helps you at all.
Yeah. Is there anyone that I can see?
Well,
I'm looking
you're
to
heading
break
upstairs.
line of sight on the mad dragon.
You could dive off into like the dining room that you guys met with Isaac
There you
last time. That's just up the hall and to the right. You can head in that way.
Isaac goes in. The Burgermaster comes out.
And here's the thing. Neither of you guys have ever seen him. So
But
this is going to
I'm
be
going to
exciting.
assume that you're dressing up like how I would assume the Burgermaster looks.
He looks like a human version of Mayor McCheese.
He looks like a human version of Mayor McCheese. He's a
Yeah.
large, fat man
With,
dressed
like,
in
robes and-
red and yellow robes.
Yes, that would totally form. And in fact,
He looks like a human cheeseburger.
Bits of cheese coming out of his mouth.
Yes, and he also just
I'm going to
has
roll
cheese.
inside on it anyway, but I don't want to succeed on it.
Let's just okay. Generic McBurgermaster comes back out of the dining room. You got to roll insight on something. You got to have some reason for suspicion before you present your case. Present
I
your.
guess, yeah.
Slam the doors open. I am the Burgermaster. Why am I being disturbed?
You just wanted to use that voice again, didn't you?
I really
You
did.
really did.
I have a question.
Man, like, come on though. Like, do you think you can roll insight of this one, or are you just like buying this right away?
I am actually buying it, so
Yep.
yeah, there's no reason for me to suspect you.
What is your prepared case for when he just fucking attacks you?
Wait for it.
Okay.
I would like you to submit to a test.
Very well.
I basically just test whether or not he's. So it would be. I'd just be casting Divine Sense, essentially. I heard suspicion earlier on that someone was saying because the Burgomaster's not around, I thought he might be undead now.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Cool.
So I'm just testing to see whether or not he's a vampire.
Divine Sense gives what the
If there's an undead with it, I know where the undead is, basically. So, like, that's the part of it I'm using. Wait, Divine Sense. You can detect good and evil until the end of your turn. You can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell, no location of Celestial Fiend, undead within 60 feet. So if I detect undead within 60 feet, and it's pointing at him, then I would know he was a vampire.
Okay. And you get the location on fiends and undead, right? And you just know if there's...
Within 60 feet, yep.
Okay.
Oh, wait. That is not behind total cover.
Okay, so you got to be able to see him. Cool. All right, cool.
But I would detect good and evil in general.
But you got to... If you can see...
But if I can...
Maybe I should just...
Yeah,
look at your thing.
yeah, maybe just read it, because you probably...
Because that's...
Because the way I'm reading it is, in general, I know if there's good and evil around, but if there's, but if I know there's a celestial fiend undead around, then I should be able to detect them exactly.
This is where you're having a fun little bit, and it turns out there's zombies in the wall.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to this now. Ryan's like, oh, turns out why he was undead the whole time.
Turns
Really?
out- It's a character choice.
But why you? You are the zombies.
No. Oh, okay. He's gone real quiet, and now
Something's
I'm worried.
going on.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Like the actual Burgermeister's gonna rock up.
Yeah, we
be
were just
like,
no, we were fucking around. I think we did something.
the fuck are you guys doing in my house?
Oopsie-doopsie.
Isaac, get over
But
here.
what would be
They're
funny
both in bed together.
is if a guy who actually looked like you came down and was like, I am actually the Burgomaster, and you're just like, oh my god.
Why he's like, shoot us both.
I had no idea what you look like, but how you...
I'm so glad you went with him. This is
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so how, based on the way it's worded, how would you define the divine spell, or divine sense spell?
What does he sense? Paint us a word sense.
Okay.
paint us an AdSense.
You sense there is evil in this house. You get that.
Like
that's
a
it's
really huge, like just a generic evil. Like, or I guess there's no real. Like, is it like a really
it is,
big sense
Everything
of evil?
is evil
this
in
we're
Barovia.
talking genuine evil, not I
Okay.
can't believe it's not evil.
Yeah,
It's not the margarine of evil. It's
Okay.
it's
it's evil.
there is evil in this house.
It's not diet
But
evil.
it's not-
It's,
it's
not
not-
evil zero.
It's not 10
It's
feet
not
in front
new
of me.
evil,
It's not 10 feet in front of me though.
It's not even.
but
a
it's
little
not. You don't get the sensation that it is this figure standing directly in front of you. And neither that are they a fiend or undead, right?
Are you a
You don't know me. You don't know my story.
You are a fiend, but that's a different.
I'm a fiend.
That's a different story altogether. Okay, so yeah, there is evil in the house, but you don't think from your divine sense that it is coming from this character.
I hate to tell you this, but there appears that there is some form of evil in this house.
Whoa!
Holy shit! The Burgomaster's having a stroke.
Do you need healing? No.
No. He's turning into a Pokemon.
Bugger. Master.
I love that you're playing what you think my guy would
This is the most fun. Yeah.
and it's totally working. So either you are harboring evil creatures, or someone is evil and you don't know about it in your house.
Like nod for a second, and then like in more regular human voice, like, really?
Yeah, like really, there's some evil very close by.
Real, like, not me.
No,
Not me.
No, I would have attacked you. You would be dead by now if it had been you.
Yeah, that definitely hangs together. And this is you are like saying that that the washerwoman is evil because she wears cloths of two different fibers. This is like you are sensing
This is my
with like
God.
divine sense.
This is my It's exactly that actually.
Okay.
It's like
Okay.
you've been around paladins before.
Yeah, I've met one. Okay, that's actually interesting. Shit. Okay.
You can
Wait.
walk out of the room. And
Wait here a second. Wait here a second. I am.
Which direction are you going in? Because if you go and try and warn this evil,
No. Look, I'm genuinely fucking perplexed by the fact that there is.
I'm gonna roll insight on this, even though I know the answer. Oh, actually, did 19.
There you go. I am genuinely fucking perplexed by the idea that there is any kind of evil in this place. You actually may be the best positioned person to investigate this.
Yeah,
but
that's why I'm here.
Yeah. What happened?
That's
what-
why my
what
friends
happened-
told me to come here.
Yeah,
I figured,
I thought
My friends are
I
very
told,
smart.
I told Isaac to tell your friends to tell you and that other guy, the tall one, beautiful face, lovely singing voice. What was his name? More.
Bearded wizard man.
Bearded Wizard Man. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's the chap. That's the chap. Big dick, makes a beautiful cob salad. Him. Yeah. Where's he?
He disappeared literally.
Okay.
He has a tendency to do that.
You know what? Wizards, right? Wizards, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Awful.
humans.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Wait here for a minute. Sorry, it's hard to keep it straight for this host.
Do you want to just take over as DM?
If you ever want, if you want to take a day off and we'll switch, I'm cool, right? Wait here for a minute. He'll be here soon. He'll be here in a minute. When he's the really dashing,
How do
the
you know
really
this?
well dressed, we both got told to come here.
By
I told Isaac told the team, and the team told both of you guys to come here, and so you immediately came here, right? Because that's how.
You're talking him in circles so much he's getting confused about his own plot.
That's literally
better.
how
that's
being told to do something works. Like I told him, he told the party told you, and so you guys both came here. So he's obviously going to be here.
I guess that sounds
Okay.
about right.
Okay.
I mean, there was talking to Isaac, and I assume.
Okay.
I mean, I
Okay.
wasn't there, so I assumed that that's what he told them. So okay.
Okay. So I mean, you're gonna have to investigate this.
Yes.
This is evil,
That's
and you are the paladin, possibly the only good person in this town.
Yes.
So you'll need to investigate this.
By definition, yeah.
Do me a favor, look after the wizard, because you know what they're like. They're all spells, but just dumb on the inside.
His life is safe in my hands.
Excellent. I think between us, we may be able to defeat this evil, and then walk off and go into another room.
Yeah.
And,
Which room you want to go into this time? You came out of the dining
I don't know,
room.
Can I see the map? Can I see like the? That's your grapple map.
I don't understand why this is happening.
This is amazing.
Okay. All right.
Love
Okay.
the
Okay.
look
So,
of Rose's face.
wild question. Is there a ground floor window?
That you can just jump out.
There was windows in the dining hall.
I may need to climb out a window and come back in the.
This is some Leland level bullshit. This is Leland's whole fucking literally climbing out a window.
Is
This
this-
is Leland's.
Is this
floor
what it's
ceiling.
like all the time for you? This is amazing.
Okay, so yeah, there was a couple of like sort of like bay window sort of setups in the dining hall, dining room.
Out the window, drop Burgermaster, come back in the main door as. Why are you? I guess
The
I figured.
sensation
I
of
figured-
literally everybody being like, "Why are you doing?
That's the sensation I get on the opposite side of the table.
Trev, I just
Yeah, fucking
Trev,
welcome.
Just good job, man. Like that was really good.
Fucking welcome to it. All right,
Yeah,
this,
that
is,
was
this is
very-
what it's like playing with you all the damn time.
This is very well played.
And me as well, I'm assuming.
Yeah, very well
Okay.
played. Ah, yes. Why you? I was just talking to the boat.
You don't know why you.
Oh, do we not call you Wayu?
Nope.
Oh,
Morden.
wizard man.
That's what you normally do.
Yeah.
close enough.
I was
How
just
did you? How did you get here before me?
I was just talking to
I ran the whole way.
the
How did you
burgomaster. I don't
get
know.
here before me?
You have very tiny legs. I was just talking to the burgomaster, and he was saying that you were coming, and that there's evil in this house. We need to get rid of it.
Really,
Yeah.
really.
You're doing this bit.
That is
Whoa!
wow. Wow. Okay.
Oh,
I
like
mean,
the
I guess.
generic, like galaxy brain exploding thing.
I guess we do that. I guess we do that.
As
Okay,
far as I could
cool.
tell, it wasn't the burgomaster, but it could be one of his underlings. He may have actually gone off to tell them.
Well,
So-
I mean, there is burger masters and there is burger meisters. So,
But
like, which one was it?
a Burgermaster Junior.
With fries
It's
and
the
a
same things with the small coke.
Yeah.
and I assume burger men as well. Yes.
Okay.
Well then, I think based on that, all we know
Aussie
is that there is some
Burgermeister.
evil in this place, and no one can be trusted except for obviously yourself and.
Would you like me to investigate, or
Quarter
do you want
pounder
me to
Burgermeister.
follow your lead?
I mean, all right. There's two ways that this can go. One of them is a lot more fun than the other one.
Oh yeah,
big
which is why I gave
Burgermeister.
you the choice.
I literally haven't rolled a dice today.
Because I can.
It's been a bit of one of those.
Yeah.
ones.
I can. I'm good at kicking down doors and finding shit out.
Rustling Jimmy's.
Well, I mean, we got to find that evil. We got to find that evil.
All right.
Lead on.
I'm just gonna pan to this side of the
Yeah,
table a little
I'm
bit.
fine for that to be a fade out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Happy with that.
Okay.
That was fun.
To the cart called nowhere. What are we doing?
We're rocking up to the church. And like I don't know how we can follow this.
Did you prepare disguise self today? Because you gotta. You
no,
gotta.
I don't.
You're missing out.
I don't need disguise self. I literally just disguise myself.
Nah, it's nah.
You just got to jump into the back of your back of your cart and change clothes.
It is my favorite thing in the world.
The Dungeon Cast, which is one of the podcasts I listen to for a lot of my sort of inspiration and everything. They literally just did an episode about changelings. So I am fresh full bottle on a bunch of different things for this one here. So
I can't make clothes.
no, you can't. Clothing is not a thing. So you need to have like a whole like wardrobe.
Yeah, like he's got his suit, which is like,
That's his regular garb. But then other than that, you've got to sort of switch between. You literally got to jump in the back of your cart and do a costume change when you want to go a new character.
unless like that character has basically the same appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, shall we head in?
Like as you open up the cart, sort of thing. I'm guessing there's like a door and stuff. You open it up at the thing. I'm like got the half bottle. I'm like, what the fuck, man? You're selling drugs in my town.
Have you been drinking some of that?
No. No.
Would you like to be drinking some?
No.
That was your angle with the what the fuck, man? It's like, would you like some? No.
Read the room, dude.
And respond. And respond.
What about it?
You're selling drugs in my town.
I'm here to make a profit.
But drugs.
You steal things.
Yeah, from the people coming in and ravaging the town. And then I give them to the town. You're selling them drugs.
Everybody lacks something.
He's like giving you like an eye stare thing, going, if I hear about you selling this shit in my town again, we're gonna have words.
See, if Ulrich was there, he'd just be like, "You're selling drugs? What the hell? How can you have done that all over this time?"
When did this start?
Yeah, when did this start?
I assure you that your Golo's knack is a perfectly consumable liquid. I didn't know where I was going.
It's a perfectly stable at room temperature substance.
I did not.
It has been known not to spontaneously transform when jostled too roughly.
9 out of 10 dentists say it exists in the material plane.
I could personally attest to it retaining its
Viscosity.
It is guaranteed never to change color.
I can confirm that it assumes the shape of its container.
Yagola's knack, it's roasted.
Thank you, Madman.
Yes, I don't need the ad copy. I saw what it did to my mate Tomo.
Timo.
Timothy.
That's his first name and his surname. He's
He's Timo Tomo.
Timo Tomo, yeah.
He's a local carpenter.
Oh, Mr. Tiotame.
I saw what it did to him, and it was not good. Well, it was good, and then it was not good.
So he just needs some more.
Oh, that face. Oh boy.
And then like it's sitting on the table next to him, the bottle there, the half one that was it.
Mage hand.
Like smack it off the table.
Both him and David go to catch it with like mage hand telekinesis respectively.
Roll.
Natural 20.
Sure. You knock it off and basically this. I'm gonna guess purple.
It has a no. It looks like whiskey.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the mage hand.
Actually,
Does it have a mouth and a tongue in the mage hand? I'm going to say yes because this is. Actually, I am saying this thing right now. It is a horror.
That's actually something.
It is fingernails made of fingernails on fingernails.
Fair enough. But that's
Triple fingernails.
That's something I was actually reading about, just like in like a blurb for like the Curse of Strahd module, is that like when you're in Barovia, things like spells just start turning horrific.
Mm-hmm. But I'm also putting that spin on you doing horror things with spells because your spells are horrors.
Yeah.
Your whole thing is bringing awfulness into the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, this thing is the middle of it catches this bottle, but you can sort of see through the half bottle is like this, like a mouth in the palm of the hand that has just got this sharp, jagged teeth and like a long sort of tongue hanging out. It sort of lashes around a little bit, and then it sort of like places the bottle back on there, and then sort of dissipates back away.
Please do not try to destroy my stock.
I've decided I do not like you.
That's a bit of a pity. I quite liked you.
Yes, and you're a monster person. I've made some decisions.
Because you saw the horse earlier as well. You were there for that.
Yeah. That was like just after meeting as well.
Yeah. First introduction is like, hey, these guys just murdered a lot of people real fast. Particularly good at it. And then summoned a horror horse.
Please don't judge me about things I cannot control.
The paladin has something to say.
No, I'm not there.
We'll talk about this later. I'm not at all happy how any of this is going down though, and I won't stand for more of this shit being sold in my town. But we've got business here.
Yes, indeed. let's go speak to Father Petrovich.
And I'll like look around before like getting out of the cart, sort of. Yeah, put the hood up and like make a perception check.
Yep.
It's like a lot though. Well, my passive is 20, but that was a 16.
Okay, so you're sort of scanning around, just off to the southwest of where the church is. You can sort of see above the actual gate is Isaac, and he's talking to a couple of the guards, basically getting a. But he's got his back to you, but he's got a fairly noticeable profile.
He stands out in silhouette.
Yes. You can see sort of like the silhouette of his
He had a big axe, right?
Yeah, it's a big axe. Yeah, sort of strapped across his back, and he's just and he's got the cloak going on as well. And he's just talking to the two guards, sort of getting essentially the rundown of the night's comings and goings. Aside from that, a couple of villagers going here and there, but nothing that sort of piques your
Okay.
suspicions.
Like nothing that's gonna like spot me and be you.
Yeah.
Cool.
We proceed into the church.
Okay, so heading on in, there is still a selection of the refugees and so forth in there. That have just sort of set up camp at this point. It's a little bit more set up for longer stay rather than just overnights. And the father is sort of busying himself around the young the altar boy, which I forgot his name. It was something.
We don't need to care about the altar boy.
Roger. Is it Roger the altar boy? Thank you.
You don't get a thank you.
You are terrible.
Yeah. It's Yeska.
Roger.
Sure.
Is Roger now?
Okay. They're sort of busying themselves around. It's like, the father turns around at one point and sort of spots you and is like,
Father Petrovich, how are you today?
busy.
Yes, I gathered, given that...
It's getting a lot worse around here.
Yes. So we came here. We've been tasked by Isaac to help with the defense of the city and try and sort out this whole mess. Is there anything we can do around here that might assist? And maybe we should discuss this in a private room, but I meant to ask about the church's protection maybe being extended.
Oh, I don't really have time to sort of go off and chat about those things, but we can talk in the middle here. People are aware this place has special protection because it's the only place that doesn't get struck by lightning or have fiends and creatures crawling over its roofs at night. So, yeah, they know that this place has got protection. People know that. But extending it...
Yes, well, if it were possible, and I'm not sure that it is, like, you're being a holy man, you'd be able to tell me if this is at all possible. Getting it extended to even just a couple of city blocks would be immeasurably useful.
Well, you obviously know the source of this protection is the bones. How would you propose to extend that?
I wouldn't be 100% certain. Like I said, this is your forte, not mine. I'd be perfectly willing to assist in any way possible to get that protection extended to everywhere within the city walls, but
Are you implying we need to get more bones?
I'm not sure.
Because I know a guy.
I'm not sure just
I
any
got my bone guy.
We got little Timmy who gave him a femur.
fucking little Timmy with his femur. I forgot about his femur.
Please, sir, you're not taking away my femur, are you? I need it ever so badly.
Fucking burn off.
Thank you.
My original idea for this character was going to be a halfling that's pretending to be an orphan child, and it was going to be little Timmy Femur.
And I was
Little
not going to
Timmy.
be able to handle it. There is no chance in hell I was going to be able to handle
Little
that.
Timmy femur or little Timmy no femur?
Well, I think it was going
First one, then the other. Anyway,
Are you not going to take away my femur, are you?
but
I'll give you a new femur.
Oh, as long as you get me a new femur, I suppose that will be okay.
But so you understand the how the I've got to keep going because we are so sidetracked this game. You understand how this protection works. It's the remains in this holy ground that offer the protection because they didn't do anything when they were at their new location. So
Yes, but like I said, you'd be the one to ask if the protection can be extended. And like I said, I am not a holy caster of any
as far as I understand,
It
only,
sounds like he's saying no, though.
it only exists by these bones resting within already hallowed ground.
So we need to make the rest of the city hallowed ground.
Did you just listen to what you said out loud and just this is a place filled with people with different ways, different beliefs, and like not everywhere is going to be holy. You can't make an entire place hallowed.
Toilets, for instance. Can't make them hallowed.
Is that true?
How many toilets do you see in churches? I actually don't know.
A couple. I mean, like I used to go to congregation when I was up until I was like 10.
You kind of have to actually.
They
Yeah.
always have toilets.
I know.
But those bits weren't holy.
It's like a little bubble of not holy.
They had holes.
Boo.
Oh, boo, boo.
Let's just continue talking.
If you'd have to find some way of I'm blanking on the word. Making a place hallowed.
Consecrate.
Consecrate. That's the word. I'm absolutely blanking. Of consecrating ground, and then placing these bones within it. But that's also the challenge. The problem would be this is stretching a bubble potentially to its bursting point. Like you could, if you found a way of consecrating areas around the city, placing some of these remains within them, and then not having that protection spread too thin to the point where it's just at its breaking point.
That might be the way to do it.
It's a risky one because you risk losing this protection entirely. We currently have a sanctuary. It's small, but it is safe. Now, I get your heart is in the right place here.
Yeah, I think he wants to make sure they don't get killed by vampires so he can sell them drugs later.
Ooh.
Well, of course he does. That was probably exactly his plan.
With regards to that, I do actually have something I need to be passed on to your the gravedigger. What his name was, I can't remember.
You're doing this in front of. Okay.
Yeah, no. Like I'm doing this straight up. Like
With regards to the drugs that he wants to sell to the people,
I
it
need
reminded
to-
him of something that he wants to...
I need to clarify this. I have brewed a sleeping tonic. I can't remember his name right now, but the gravedigger for the town, he requested that I make a sleeping tonic for him and his family because they're having nightmares on a regular basis. I have it here with me.
Hold that thought. What were you saying?
Do I know the priest there? Is that like a thing?
Yeah.
Am I still like
You're
hooded
hooded up,
and
yes.
like being like
You're just sort of masking your voice a little bit. There you go.
like takes the hood down? It's like, right. So you know Timo, right? You know how he's been having those troubles lately.
Timo.
And he's like, wait, what are you doing in town?
Don't worry about it. I'm on a job. I'm on a job with these.
He's been hired by myself and my troop.
Okay.
It's cool.
Right.
It's cool. Don't worry about it.
You guys are
I've been
giving me
going-
a lot to process here.
I've been going renegade.
You've got this one that is now apparently peddling narcotics
At the
You're
request of the people of
working-
the town.
for him now.
Look, I only just found out about that, and I'm still processing it too. Let's just be clear.
Right. Go on. Drugs. Timo.
Yeah, you know how he's been having those troubles lately? It's because he bought that bottle of the... He's been drinking that stuff. You didn't hear about this? You didn't hear about this from...
I had to deal with him in like anxious throes like 2 days ago.
Yeah, no, it's because he bought a bottle of that stuff at the markets, which I'm now learning was from this fine... he's a monster. He's a hobgoblin. I mean, I should have figured. I'm really questioning my whole approach here.
I am insulted.
Okay. And he sort of just turns to you and he's got his arms crossed and like head cocked a little bit. It's like, you are quite the enigma.
Wrapped
You-
in a conundrum
Wrapped in a vest.
and a lovely suit.
You have saved my church and returned the protection to it,
And I fully intend to continue doing so.
yet you have polluted the bodies and souls of the inhabitants of this town and don't intend on stopping that.
Look, like I said, I have a sleeping potion that was, like, your gravedigger has requested from me.
Is that also some sort of narcotic?
It's a sleeping tonic, so technically, yes.
He committed suicide 3 days ago. This entire family.
That would be that's the darkest timeline of this one.
He told me that he was very short on funds, so I've requested that he just harvest the grave moss for me, and I'll consider that a completely fair trade. I am an honest businessman.
You used an interesting word there of honesty. I need you to tell me honestly, do you wish harm upon this village?
I do not wish to harm anybody here.
Can you roll a wisdom save?
Oof.
I mean, that's a 9?
You need to be telling the truth at this point.
I don't wish to be causing any harm to anyone.
Okay, DM hat on. I don't think that's the truth.
You forget, I used to work with lawyers.
No, we are not getting into the fucking nature of honesty being you don't wish to, you're just totally going to. Fuck no.
There's a spirit of the truth.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
In zone of truthliness.
So,
Oh, dude, pedal uphill on this one.
We're coming to grips with this in game with characters.
I believe you are bringing harm to the villagers through your product.
which products do you mean?
Wow, really?
This fine beverage of what did you call it, Wick?
I think the label was Yogolo snack or something like that.
What about it? It's a recipe that's been passed on to me by my employer. And its side effects.
Is your employer also a drug dealer?
Yes. He's a merchant. He sells just about everything you can think of. I am a member of the Squiglione cartel. I am just a humble seller of alchemical substances. He himself deals in just about everything you can think of.
So, how do I trust you to have the best interests of this town in mind for its protection?
I want Strahd to not have a hold over this land any longer.
Did you know what was going to happen to Tomo when he drank your fluids?
I didn't know Tomo.
That's not what I asked.
Everybody has different reactions to these substances. Sometimes people go through withdrawal, sometimes they don't. Our paladin friend, in fact, has imbibed some and had no effect whatsoever.
That's actually true.
Where does it go from here?
I mean, how this isn't a 2-on-1 fucking PvP, I don't know at this point.
Wait, no, that's 1v1 PvP with DM.
Yeah, 2-on.
We're just talking. We're just
2-on-1.
talking. Oh wait, I gotta make a wisdom save too. I'm in the zone.
You do.
I got a 13.
Yeah, you that's a fail.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. I gotta make sure I word this right so you get an answer and not.
Fucking genie bottle rules going on here.
Like,
Okay.
come on.
Do you have the capacity to consecrate ground around the city?
No, I do not. I want to be able to consecrate the ground around the city. I want the city to be safe from all these monsters and whatever.
Do you have access to anyone that is able to?
I believe the paladin might be able to. And if you'll remember, I can trap and sometimes prevent monsters, but it's only a temporary solution.
Will the bones be safe in your care?
I can't say yes or no to that because I don't know. But what I was suggesting was that you be the one to do this consecration. If you don't think it can be done, then that's perfectly fine and it can't be done. I wanted your assistance. I don't want I don't want the protection from the church here to go away.
Well, while this operation's happening, that will go away. While the bones are removed from here and before they're planted in their new resting places, this place will not garner any protection.
So very slow.
Then it's up to you what you want to happen.
What's that one?
Hallow is
Hallow.
very slow and expensive, and like it's only 60 feet at a time and 1,000 gold per time, and it takes 24 hours each time, and it's not great.
It's an expensive art spell.
Yeah, and it's level 5, so I technically can't cast it yet.
It's all up to you, Father. Like, if
I'm gonna go with no. I will. This place will be sanctuary for anyone that seeks it. I cannot risk its safety on the chance that this works.
fair enough. Is there anything that you can offer to help the resistance against this?
I'm not there.
I can offer the sanctuary. That's what I have.
Holy water?
You guys tapped me out of that last time.
Do you need anything to help you make some more?
Time, which is a
resource that's a bit
resource
scarce.
that is not something forthcoming.
Alright.
But if you need a safe place to retreat to, this place is here. But do not, and I repeat, do not bring your vile liquids within it.
Okay. I had no intention of bringing any vile liquids within. That said, the potion that I need to give your gravedigger is right here in my hand, and he does need that.
Does that have side effects or the potential of withdrawals or anything that would be classified as ill effects?
It's a sleeping tonic. It has the side effect of it causes drowsiness.
Fair enough. The gravedigger will be. He's got his hut out the back. He'll be, if he's not there, his work hut is out there. If he's not there, he'll be at his home. But considering it's daytime, yeah, there's a good chance you'll be there or within the grounds.
Really effective Annie is to me.
I mean, usually,
Got that out, I guess. Whew. So yeah. It had to come full circle at some point. You are literally peddling drugs.
Mm-hmm.
You had to be a dick.
You had to be a drug dealer.
You had to be a.
My guy's a good guy. My
Yeah.
guy's a good guy.
yeah.
Like the actual good guy.
Yeah.
The Robin Hood level good guy.
A Robin Hood guy.
These
Yeah.
are his people.
What?
The chest bump.
You do. If you are heading out to hand over this, yeah.
Go and meet up with him, give it to him, and then get
Yes.
the grave moss and piss off.
Yeah, he sort of gets sort of sees you coming. He's going around, sort of just maintaining some of the plots, and sort of hobbles over you because he was fairly aged at that point as well. And I was like, and he holds up this sort of sack. Like, I got some more of that stuff for you.
Thank you very much. And here's your potion. It should last you a couple of days at least. Enough time for me to brew some more.
Fantastic, you're doing the good deeds.
You're welcome.
There you go. Pat you on the head. slap you with one hand, pat you with the other one.
I mean, I'm kind of used to that type of relationship.
I was. gonna say that.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Yeah. Someone had to say it.
What's your plans now?
Head back to the inn. Like, we tried to get help from Father Petrovich. That was a no-go, so...
Wick's not getting back in the cart. He's going to make his own way back to the inn.
Mm-hmm. You head back to the inn.
You're not coming with me?
No.
Okay. I have no
you've
problem
not done
with this.
much, so far this night. So,
Oh, no, get back to the other storyline. I want to see how that plays out.
I think that's going to be the next session.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing.
Beavis and Butthead have their own episode.
It's a matter of whether they want to.
We haven't had like a scene together, just the two of us, yet. It's going to be a bonding thing.
Yeah, all right, like a 4-hour long. All right, I'm into it.
That's going to be If you guys are going to be doing the Burgomaster's mansion, that's a thing. So,
You guys are going to fly around town.
so you're heading back to the inn.
Mm-hmm.
Wick is making his own way.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah.
his way downtown. Walking fast, faces passing his homebound.
What?
Nothing. Yeah, no, he's just going to make his way back to the inn, I guess.
Oh, okay, I thought you were going to do a bit.
Well, no, like the only other bit that I had planned was him like going and seeing his old mam, and I thought that would be funnier if everybody else was around for it as well.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
And like the leaving the town is a whole thing.
That's a whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna sneak back, I guess.
Yep. With
Sneak-
your mega sneakiness.
No, I kind of want it to fail though. I think that would be funny, but yeah, I'll just roll a stealth. He's not. Yeah. Oh, I rolled a 2. That's still a 15.
Still a 15. Wait till he does perception.
Pretty much,
I
it's
roll
only,
a 2, and like
it's only bad if I crit fail, which is what I was sort of hoping for because I thought that would be funny.
So yeah, you sort of just slink through some of the back alleys. At one point, you sort of like knock a bottle over, and it sort of rolls across some cobbles, and you hear like a sort of dog barking in the background. You're doing the whole that whole scene. A couple of fraught points where you think you might get caught, but yeah, you sneak your way back, and
I'm looking forward to the moment where I do get caught by Izek, but like I can't force that. I think that would be fun.
Plus, we've got to get caught by Izak next, which will be fun.
someone's gonna get caught by Izek. You make your way into the tavern because you obviously make faster pace because you got your cart. You make your way into the inn. What are we looking at? Mid-morning, towards lunchtime at this point.
So probably lunchtime.
Yeah.
Because the bit when we were at Binky, whatever his name
Blinsky.
is, Blinsky, was only about 20 minutes, half an hour, and we spent 2 hours on it.
Yeah. Binky is the horse from
Yeah.
From Death Source.
Yeah. What's worse is at my work we sell a range of like water cooling stuff for computers, and the range is like Bitsky or something like that. The amount of times I've said Blinsky instead of Bitsky has been bad.
Love it.
All right, yeah. So you head in there. There is a collection of people in there that are having sort of the lunchtime meals. Rick Tavia sort of spots you and then basically grabs his plate up, grabs his goblet, and basically just heads straight upstairs to his room, and you just hear like a hefty, like
Just the mere
door,
presence of Narlag, he just gets annoyed at.
pretty much. You roll me a perception.
That is a 12 plus. Oh, by the way, Narlag's gonna get lunch and buy everyone a drink. He's feeling in a good mood.
Is he?
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Just got yelled at by a priest.
yeah. Still in a good mood.
Apparently that's his kink.
Buy it.
So it's 13.
Okay. You sort of buy this round and sort of like hand it around the room, and two of the other ones that are sort of sitting there, and there are a couple of sort of 20-ish males. The ones I've described before, they're sort of dressed a bit more of the noble garb.
Glarp.
Garb. And they sort of they're fairly pissed already, considering it's only lunchtime. But they're sort of just chatting between each other as like, this place has gone to shit. Wouldn't be this way, and it wouldn't be this way if Mum were in charge. That fucking Burgermeister. Fuck this place with these stupid festivals. What do you think those are going to do? Fucking useless.
Oh, maybe you should pay some of the civilians to help rile them up.
The two of them sort of turn and is like, "What you doing, Dad? What you talking about?
You what, mate?
You know, you sit there just because you buy a drink, you can listen to our conversation.
You're talking pretty loudly, boys.
Doesn't mean you have to listen in.
Doesn't mean you have to shout everything.
But you got an idea there. Arm the civilianry, you reckon?
Yeah. Get them riled up. Get them against the leader.
Get them hopped up on some drugs that I can provide you.
Get them some good Colombian marching powder.
You know what? I think you need to meet my Mum.
Who's your mother? What does she do?
Does she want some drugs?
I have said boo to you so many fucking times. Yay. Okay? Fucking yay.
Look, you have to ask her name. Maybe this meeting's a bad idea.
Which is kind of a big deal.
Are you don't even know who I am, do you?
I haven't the faintest idea. But, in any case, you've at least got a new idea. That's good enough.
I don't even know what that is. What?
I'm planting the seeds to get the rich guys to fund the rebellion.
Fair enough. All right. All right then. Piss off. Let us enjoy your drink.
Another one for you.
Cheers.
You're welcome.
Wick,
Hi. What's going on? What do you want?
is there anything you wanted to do while you're in the inn? You sneak in through sort of like the wine cellar hatch at the back of the bar.
I figure, like, at this point, I guess we're waiting for the guys to get back from the Burgermeister, and I don't really have another.
Well, you guys have been to the chapel and back again, and well, let's say
Okay, here's a question. By the time we're back at the inn and everything, would it be reasonable to assume that they should have been done at the Burgermeisters?
Yeah,
by then?
that's what I'm leaning towards. By this
Cool.
point, because the chapel is a lot further away from the inn than the Burgomaster's mansion. The Burgomaster's mansion is only like 2 blocks north. The chapel is most of the way across town from here. So your travel time as well as the conversation time, yeah, these guys should be back by now.
I'll like have poked my head up into the inn to see if they were back yet.
I'm assuming the Raven people don't mind that you're like sneaking in and out of.
We're
their-
cool. We're tight. I'll like look around, and see like the.
Nalag's doing his thing where he's doing the rounds around their thing. He's just having a conversation with a couple of the lads which you recognise. They are the Watka brothers.
Those were the guys that I was avoiding last time, right? Yep. Well, I'll wait till they're done talking to Narlag.
Yep.
And that they're not going to see me go up and approach Narlag.
Yep. Because they basically just turned back towards the fire and drinking their booze. Narlag is making his way across the room.
Yeah, back to his table, having lunch
Yep.
I'll
with a giant plate of bacon on the side for Dave.
I'll be like, they should have been back from the Burgermeisters by now. They may have gotten into some difficulties.
I'm sure they'd have a way of telling us if there was any problems.
Unless they've gotten into some difficulties.
Well,
No, hold on. How would they let us know?
probably by setting
I don't
fire.
know anything like a magical telephone that they could call. I don't even know what a telephone is. Well, how did I know that word?
Probably by setting something on fire.
Have you looked to see if anything is on fire?
Has there been anything that's obviously on fire?
No.
Well,
There's
we haven't
still
had
a little
next
bit of
session yet.
little bit of smoke on the sort of the eastern side of the town where the bakery is still sort of the base of the bakery is
Hang
still.
on, we haven't had the next session yet. You don't know.
Let's just say, timeline wise, the
Yeah,
point
we
we're talking
probably-
at now is the sort of the end of that whole conversation that you had with the
Yeah.
Burgermeister as well as the Izek, and now having the conversation with the wizard.
I wear many hats.
Many pointed hats.
Yeah, so that whole thing's happening, and now you're sort of being directed in the path of evil.
I got a bad feeling. The DM seemed to be implying something feeling that maybe we need to go help.
Literally no way you could know that, but okay.
I have no reason to believe they're in any danger at the moment, so I'm just gonna eat my dinner.
I'm never in danger. I'm not there.
I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna.
I am the danger.
I'm the one who knocks.
Oh dear. Oh no, don't do it. Don't you do it, Breaking Bad. No one
asked for this.
of anyone around the table, you are the least allowed to make a Breaking Bad reference.
That's true. I only made it because it was the most famous one out of the entire series.
Yeah, I know.
I've never seen it.
I actually haven't seen it. I saw the last season and that was it.
Yeah, it's the worst way to watch it.
I didn't care
And backwards,
about...
it was the last episode, back to episode 1 of season 6. Yeah, if you're settled in for your hour lunch break, because don't bother me, I'm on Smoko. Wick.
How unreasonable would it be to be worried about them like taking too long? Is this like being like a dumb, baseless thing to be worried about, or could I like? Does it make any sense for me to be like, maybe I should go check on them?
You've met me.
Considering what their plan was, which was just like get in there and just talk to him.
Was there a plan? I didn't think there wasn't a plan. There was, it was you guys go off and talk to the Burgermeister.
There was the dragon got told to do something, and then the wizard disappeared.
Considering the length of your travel and its end result, checking in probably would be the worst thing. Automatically assuming shit's gone sour is probably a leap.
There'd probably be a large amount of noise if things had gone bad.
But heading up that direction to sort of just have a peeky-boo in the windows.
I imagine that like Wick having a cheeky little
As a
sneak,
peeky-boo, as I decided to term it.
little peeky-boo in the Burgomaster's thing. That's like a hobby of his anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna head towards there, all sneak-alike. Considering if I roll a 2, I still get a 15. It seems like it'd be fun.
Roll your stealth. Because you are heading up into the lion's den, so to speak.
Am I going half my speed?
You tell me.
The Burger Kingdom.
No, he's gotten cocky with it at this point. He's gotten comfortable in the city, so he's not going half speed.
Been back in for half a day and he's feeling fine. That was the right call.
I rolled a 19.
19, so that makes what? 20, 34?
Yeah. No, 32. Yeah, 32.
32.
You're so quiet you can't even hear yourself.
So you sort of sneak your way up to the edge of the wall. You sort of do the quick sort of little parkour run and like the shoulder roll over the top of the wall.
It's cool, right? It's cool.
And drop like really silently on the far side.
There's no one around to see it.
This is some ninja bullshit.
That's the idea.
And you sort of sneak up to the to one of the windows and sort of peering in. Inside you see Ulrich and Morden. That's the name you've been introduced as. Sort of talking to each other, and you sort of do the whole thing where you like put your ear up against the glass and start hearing, and you sort of catch the last bit is like Morden's like, so you're saying that there's evil in this place. I forget what the whole word. Basically, you hear the end of that conversation, and sort of seeing Ulrich sort of puffing his chest up, and basically gearing up to go battle mode.
Cool.
This is the stance change in any turn-based RPG. The battle music starts.
The window that I'm at.
Yep.
Is it like a kind of window that can be opened?
Yeah. It's one of the ones that's got it slides upwards and.
Like he does that.
Yep.
You slip in and materialize out of thin air.
Yep. So slide up and sort of slide in.
Yep. I'll remain hidden.
Yep.
And I'll keep an eye. I'll keep an eye on their backs. I'll watch their backs.
Awesome. And I think probably at that point it'd be a good spot to leave it for the night.
I'm watching your backs.
He snuck into the mansion.
I climbed in through a window.
Oh, okay. So it's going to go as badly for you as it is for us. Excellent.
We're all in this together, except for Nalak. He's somewhere else.
He's just having lunch.
He's eating bacon.
That's right.
Sit down to a nice bacon lunch.
No, like there's like an actual lunch of like steak and salad, and then like there's a giant plate of bacon.
Oh, you're assuming they're serving steak. This is a port town that's somewhat seized. You're lucky.
Bunch of meat. I don't care. It like even if it's human, Narlag doesn't care.
We get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also picturing we come back perfectly safe and sound, and he's just had a heart attack. And we're like, oh, well, you should have come with us.
The giant plate of bacon's for dinner.
Aneurysm could have it any time.
No, I know that the plate of bacon's for Dave, but all I saw was you had a giant plate of bacon in front of you, so just eating bacon.
You're going to have pork sweats later.
And that's this week's episode of the Sunday Sessions. You can email the crew at isolatedcitygaming@gmail.com, follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at Isolated City Gaming, and if you like what you hear, tell a friend. We're available across a lot of platforms, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and on YouTube. Just search for Isolated City Gaming or the Sunday Sessions. Catch you out there.